Okay, you guys, we are live. Happy Monday. Hope you guys had an amazing weekend. It's me, T. I got my girl Keish, and I got Bree on the line. Hey.
Hola. Hi, guys.
And welcome back. We got to talk about this previous week of Young and the Restless, Bold and the Beautiful, and Beyond the Gates, which is, of course, the week of May 25th through the 29th. And we had everything from Phyllis and Matt Clark saving Nicholas's life. We had the memorial of a fallen ex-fireman, because he wasn't a fireman when he passed away. Derek. And then we also had Nikki with some headaches. We had this uproar with that gut punch from what's that boy named Will to RJ, and then we saw Shauna and Wyatt back, and then we got. I know I was disappointed. I was hoping that Dougie Fresh was real, but he wasn't. So, yep, we got a lot to talk about. Okay, so we got Melinda, Jacqueline, Sharon, Miss V Young, Melissa Spencer, Aisha, Grace Thompson. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We got quite a bit to uncover, even including what happened today on the soaps. So, since we've already watched the episode for officially June 1st, we are halfway through the year. Time is flying. I say this every show. Time is flying. We are halfway through the year. Oh my goodness. Another 6 months, it'll be Christmas again.
Girl, don't say that.
I know, right? I'm not ready for it. Look, we just got warm here. Right, Keish? A steady warm.
We still struggling in Ohio.
Are you serious?
Hell.
Oh my God.
So I'm being dramatic a little bit, but for it to be late May, now June, we haven't had a steady stream of like for real summer weather at all. I think we had like a couple of 80-degree days last week, but right now it feels like spring. It feels like early spring, where it's just like it's not cold, but it's like jacket weather.
Yeah, well, I think we got a steady stream of warm weather last week. It was in the 70s today, but that's not bad. But the week prior, it was just all over the place. And I'm like, are we ever going to get warm and stay warm?
Yeah, I feel like it rained for almost a week straight.
Yeah.
Prior to that.
I agree.
But I'm not complaining because it's better than snow.
That is true.
Better than less than 40 degrees. So I'll take what we have right now.
I know, right? I agree with that, girl. I so agree with that. It could be a lot worse. Tell me about it.
And we don't even want to hear what you got going on, Bree.
And here I thought I was going to be nice and donate a couple of summer days to you guys.
Oh my gosh. How's your son doing, by the way? He's good?
He's doing good. We've been busy most of the day with his doctor's appointments, but he's doing better.
Okay.
And I am trying to get summer stuff situated for him, but he's doing good. Thank you for asking.
Okay. Cool. And everything good coming with the new job, Keish?
Yep, it's going good.
Okay.
Still a little bit of an adjustment period, but I can't complain.
Melissa said it's in the 90s during the day, where she at in the 50s as a low, and she's in California.
Nice.
Gail says that the weather in Berkeley is warmer. Medora said that her week was rainy. Sandra said we were in the 30s and 40s yesterday and in the 50s today. Where are you at, Medora?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
That sounds like up north, further north. Where are you guys? I'm going through it too. Aisha says she going through it too with her new position too. So she's sending you prayers.
Thank you. Back at you.
Aisha said that Miami is raining and starting to get hot in Texas. TA. Oh, Medora's in Atlanta, and
Oh,
y'all got 50s down there. Sheesh. And y'all can keep that down there, okay?
and up there where I'm at.
Yeah, exactly. Up there for you. Aisha is in the 80s. Sandra is in Boston. Okay, you guys. Okay, okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get this show on the road. We're going to go ahead and jump into Y&R. We had the culmination of what's going on with Matt Clark and his memories. They were slowly awakening based on this plan that Noah has. We had a little bit of hot makeout sections over in New York with Holden and Claire.
Mm-hmm.
And Phyllis, I really like the chemistry between Roger and Michelle. I don't know if they're going to keep him around. Probably, like Bree said, if you watch the Tuesday, June 2nd episode, there was a cliffhanger when he got his memories back. So, spoiler alert. So I'm curious where they're going to go with this now. Because they've been dragging this along forever.
Yeah, and I think after tomorrow's episode, it's kind of clear a little bit for me what they might do with him.
Okay. What do you think?
I feel Victor's gonna treat him like he treats all of his employees.
He gonna use the leverage against him, saying you want to stay out of jail, you gotta do stuff for me or something.
Mm-hmm. I think it's exactly what it's gonna do.
Oh Lord. Okay. Here we go. Another one that's kissing the ring.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you should see the begging and the crying for tomorrow's episode. So more than likely, that's exactly what he's gonna do for Victor.
Jenna says, I don't know about you soapies, but I am very disappointed in Y&R.
Girl, look, I think the only highlight to Y&R I'm looking forward to is the crossover with Y&R and Beyond the Gates. That looked exciting to me.
Mm-hmm.
But this whole rollout, the storyline, this AI stuff, this takeover stuff, that was a big disappointment. I did not like the turnout of this.
Well, y'all know how long I've been disappointed. So.
Yeah, you. Miss V Young, my neighbor up in Milwaukee, she says it's been beautiful up there. I know. I guess we pretty much Milwaukee ain't but 3.5 hours north of me. So, yeah, I can see that. Medora said Victor can take a vacation. Gail said I heard rumors that Nick and Sharon are a new couple. Oh, Nick and Sienna are a new couple. I would like Noah and Audra back together. What do y'all think about that?
I remember seeing an article that said something about there was hinting towards Nick and Sienna, and then there was an interview that what's that man's name?
Who?
Michael Fairman.
Josh Morrow.
Josh Morrow, okay.
Mm-hmm. And that asked the question about Sienna and Nick, and he was saying he doesn't see that happen. He doesn't think it's a good idea for Nick and Noah to argue over a woman. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen, because he's just giving his opinion. But
right.
I'm still holding out hope that it does. It doesn't need to be long term. I just want that drama between him and Noah for some reason.
He did have that interview with Mark Grossman, right? With Michael Fairman's channel, because they were talking about the rumor.
That's where it was from. Yep.
They were talking about those rumors about Nick and Sienna, and he was like, he did say that doesn't want to come in between his son, his girl's relationship, and he's more so gonna focus on his treatment. But you know how they be lying and it's swerving the fans and everything. So okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, I think Noah and Audra, this Noah even, has chemistry.
Oh
So
yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing where that could go. I don't know if I would be interested in Nick and Sienna.
Well, it looks like Sienna
Nick
might be
need to go to
interested in Matt.
therapy. He need to go get his head on straight. So I
He
mean, he don't
does.
need to be dating nobody right
My mine is purely for agenda purposes because that can be the reason why Noah and Audra get back together.
now. Okay, gotcha.
They have good chemistry. They would make a very cute couple on the show.
Who?
I would be here
Talking
for
about
it.
Noah and Audra?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. No, I think they make a cute couple, but you know, anytime you get back involved with a Newman, here come Victor. You know what I'm saying? And she's already had her run in with that man, so I don't know. But I wouldn't mind it though.
I
Did
mean, who
y'all
could you
think the
pair?
sex? Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say, who could we even see Sienna with at this point?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't. Yeah, I'm not. I can't really. Nothing really jumps out at me to say, oh yeah, I
mhm.
think she would be cool with this person. You know what I mean?
Put her back with her ex husband.
You said put her back with Matt, huh?
She might be
Yep.
leaning towards that way.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll see tomorrow's episode. She might be leaning towards that way.
All right. So, what did y'all think about the scene? Cause they got it in once again. Did y'all think it was hot or not?
It was cool.
With Claire and Holden,
Mm-hmm.
at least we're getting something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mind it.
Do you think the first go round was better or this one?
It's more the same, but the first go around was definitely hotter.
Yeah, I think the first go round
Yeah.
was spicier.
I agree.
we got to see back movement. You know, this,
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
with
Yeah.
you put that back into it. We saw a lot of different things, but I will say, what is that girl's name? Haley Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
She knew how to do a love scene.
Yeah. She had
Like,
one heck of a tattoo too.
yeah. I was like, okay, girl. What has Claire been up to?
Mm-hmm. Jenna said they boring.
Oh, I mean, we get some type of
Listen, we
loving.
getting something from Y&R.
Because I can't. Who else is?
Ain't
Who
nobody
else?
doing it. Most of the love scenes are coming from BTG.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't remember the last one from Bold at all. It's all this kissing and pecking and everything.
Wait a minute, there
which
was
is
a
like-
love. Wasn't there a quick love scene between Electra and Will
That was a love scene.
Was it a love scene?
when they got
Or was
back
it-
together? And then the next they was after he saged the house this week, and then they
Mhm.
sat on that floor, and then they started getting kissy with each other. And they came back, they were shirtless.
I thought they went out for a night swim, and then we saw them in the.
But I
The
thought I
night-
saw something. I don't know. Maybe I missed something, but I thought they had a little something after that. I could be wrong, but obviously, but still, I mean, we
Oh,
haven't.
you know who the last for real love scene was Taylor and Deacon.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That was a love scene.
Nah, I guess that was about as closest as
As
we
close
got
as
on
we
Bold.
gonna get. Wait a minute, Steffi and Finn was on the couch. Remember?
Yeah, but that wasn't really a love scene. That was just them
Yeah.
making out. I felt like.
They haven't had any hotness on there. You know, I mean, oh, we
It all
haven't
dried up
had.
when-
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, it all dried up when Thomas left.
I know.
Whoever the intimacy coordinator was during that era.
Well, remember the writers were on strike and they had fill-ins.
Well, this would have been an intimacy coordinator, though. They don't have nothing to do with the writing, just choreographing the love scenes.
Right, but there's somebody would had to say, I need y'all to get in there and we gonna need to, write it in the script. I need y'all to go upstairs, throw her up against whatever.
Well, whoever it was during that era, they need to bring back.
Oh my God, Thope was on fire.
Yeah,
We will never forget that. And that's been 3 years.
and it went
Hmm.
downhill since then.
Yeah, we ain't had nothing hot since Thope.
I mean, even Daphne and Carter, we know what Carter can do,
Right.
and that was just. I'm like, we got three
Y'all
love
just
scenes
watered
out
them
there.
down. You took a femme fatale and you took somebody like Carter and put them two together, and it's just like watching paint dry. I'm like,
Yeah,
y'all need to let them go for it.
I mean, where is the raw? Where's the excitement? Not to say we need to see Skinamax or anything like that,
Listen, we had
but
Anita and Vernon trying to get it on this past week.
okay. I was like, Vernon was like, he popped that blue pill. He said, "Look, we gonna try to get it."
Not the
That
blue
was the
pill.
funniest thing ever when Kat and Mark walked in on them. And I know they said, look, we got to get these folks coming in and out this house. We need to go to the hotel.
No, see,
That's why I didn't. So that didn't make sense to me. That house is so big that Kat has an entire wing to herself. And you mean to
right.
tell me they couldn't find not one spot in that house where they could have some privacy with a locked door?
Or better yet, kick people out. That's your house. Be
Hmm.
like, Kat, look,
But you
go to
know
go to
what?
one, your cousin or son or your brother's house, something for the
Or go to your wing of the house. Literally an entire wing to herself.
or go to your man's house.
Oh, you
Something.
talking? But she came in there specifically looking to speak to her and didn't realize. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, obviously she probably could if she didn't want to talk to the Grands.
Yeah.
Then she probably would have went directly to her wing. But she came in there specifically, both her and Martin on both scenes, specifically wanting to talk to the Grands, and they were in the front room getting it on.
Yeah, it's
See,
true.
this is why my family always make sure you call before you just pop up. You never know what you're going to see.
But I thought it was
And
still kind of cool for them to take a little bit of, even though, yeah, they got all them thousands of rooms in the house, but sometimes you want to change the scenery. So if they wanted to go and kick it at the hotel, they married, go ahead and do your thing.
yeah, and you know what the best part about it is you got romance in the afternoon. They weren't doing too much. Like you get the whole idea of it. You see these two people who love each other, and we get to see Vernon become Mac Daddy. I mean, he got everything together, and he ready to take his wife down. He didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
Right there on the couch, no matter who sees it. He's like, look, we popped that blue pill and we got 4 hours. You're going to try to make this work.
Oh my
And
God. Girl, you and that blue pill.
look, that's what I keep hearing. But he was, I loved every bit of that. That's what I would like to see on the other two shows. We don't have to see
When was
Silk
the last time
necessarily.
we even seen Victor trying to take Nikki upstairs before they start having problems? Never.
Mm.
We
Has
see
there
them
ever?
like being sweet to each other. We've seen them have like moments where they might have a little dinner and they dance with each other, but that's the extent of it. We don't see Victor saying, "Get upstairs. I'm gonna meet you up there." Nothing like that. Now we've heard Diane and Jack say that before they
Right.
start having problems.
Well, Nikki and Victor got a different language. Like he gives her some jewelry, and that hits the big O for Nikki. So that's probably a bit.
But I'm serious. I would think. I
Blue pills and
mean,
big O's. I was not expecting this
yeah,
tonight.
right. She came out of left field with that one. But my thing is, I mean, I would assume because they suppose, according to the character, well, remember we were reading all the characters, Anita and Verna are in their 70s.
Mm-hmm.
So I would assume, they're not that far behind Nikki and Victor. Victor can, if he gonna sit up there and punch a punching bag, he can blow Nikki's back out.
I mean, you would think, but I can't think for the years I've watched YNR, I can't think of not one love scene that Victor has ever had on this show.
Right, me either. Me
Like
either.
not a one. But he
Mm-mm.
he chooses to be petty. That's how he get his O. But I I mean, it would just be nice. Like, I'd love to see the different age demographics of people who are just happy and in love. Like, to see Vernon and Anita still be in love and want each other after so many years, that's goals. That's something that you're happy to see. We don't have to see like soap necessarily. We love to, but you get a little bit of romance,
So,
with our soaps. I feel like that's what Y&R and Bold still kind of missing, in my opinion.
okay, so Jenna said, "What is that old broken down man gonna do? He's about as romantic as a snake. Come," she said, "Come on, her back out. He never out of that chair." Oh my God, y'all are funny in this chat.
Oh goodness.
But you know what? So Bree and I was talking about this, even Keish, because Keish got in on the conversation as well. I don't know if you guys seen the YNR BTG crossover that's coming up beginning on Friday, February, June 5th. Um, in that promo, we do have a scene because there's supposed to be a weather emergency in this whole crossover. And looking like Mr. Kyle Abbott and Haley Hamilton is about to get a little cozy
In
with
the
each other.
elevator. Yeah, I was not expecting that. If you guys, you'll probably see in the previews when they air the soap, so they have it already. They're gonna highlight the crossover, but yeah, Kyle Abbott is taking a page out of Claire's book, and this is gonna be interesting to see. He
Watch it end up
loves.
being a fantasy.
Girl,
I
who
mean,
fantasizing about who? Haley fantasizing about Kyle or Kyle fantasizing about Haley?
I can see Haley fantasizing because she know Kyle got money.
okay. She's like, look, I'm gonna get rid of Bill. I'll make my way to Genoa City. I can see her doing that. But
Mm-mm.
the way that he was leaning in, I was like, wait a minute,
Exactly.
Kyle.
They made that look kind of hot though.
Yeah, and it looked like Bill and Danny also are getting it in the elevator too.
Oh snap! It better be hot in the elevator. Oh, it better be hot.
Yes.
Now I know that a lot of y'all, especially I know Keish, don't want Danny to have any dealings with Bill, especially coming off of his past behavior with Danny. But I kind of want to see. They should have. What do y'all think about this? Do you think they should have gave us them together first and then the breakup? Because we never knew
Um,
them to be together. We came and started the series with the whole Haley being the interloper.
I do think it would have made for better drama if the affair with Haley started when the show started. Like
I agree.
Okay,
they were
right
just
before
in the
the wedding,
beginning,
right?
like not even a wedding
Okay.
in the storyline. Just like this is the beginning of the affair with Haley.
Mhm.
So he's still married to Danny, and then the actual affair with Haley plays out on screen. Because I mean, think about that. Your daughter's best friend, like that's the soapiest of soap.
Right.
That would have been a really good storyline, and then we could see all of the drama from that unfold. His relationship with his daughter is damaged. not really his relationship with Danny, because clearly Danny never cared that he cheated on her. She just accepted it. But seeing her try to navigate it,
Mm-hmm.
or struggle to I don't know, maybe get over it, or to get him to be with her instead of leaving her for Haley, like that all would have been really good storytelling in the first season,
Gotcha.
in my opinion.
Actually, I would have loved for the affair to happen in the second season because I would have loved to see like the foundation of both Nicole and Danny's marriages play
Mm-hmm.
out.
Mm-hmm.
And, but I would love to have seen Danny find out about the other women that he was sleeping with, and then I would have loved to see the friendship between Haley and what's that girl's name? Danny's daughter, Naomi.
Naomi. Mm-hmm.
Play out. Like I would have loved to see that unfold and like the affair come out season 2, then all the stuff that we've seen for season 1 play out in season 2. I would have loved for like to, at least been a year where we get to see like the passion and all these other different things. Because I like the fact that they're trying to do flashbacks, but I would have loved for there to have been an established season with these foundational characters and seeing those things unfold. So I agree with you.
Okay.
Yeah, and the flashbacks honestly don't. I
They
They
don't
don't
help.
really do anything. No,
Mm-hmm.
they don't. They don't help because they spent an entire season telling us that Bill spent decades cheating on her with multiple women, and she
Mm-hmm.
knew about it. So then seeing them in flashbacks and their happier moments, where I guess Danny was just accepting the cheating. It's like I can't even take these flashbacks serious because he's literally cheating on her in this, you know what I mean, in
Mm-hmm.
this era of their life. And here she is being the happy little wife and mom, and pretending like they have this perfect life, and it's like, no, your
You're
your
like,
husband,
no.
yeah, your husband is your husband is sleeping with multiple women, and you're just turning a blind eye because you're that desperate to hold on to him. So even the flashbacks are just cringy to me.
Okay. Now,
He's
what
spinning his
about
up in the
actually
elevator.
just aside from the history that we know of, just to see an actual scene like that, would you think that's soapy and sexy for them to make
Pick
out
up
in
an
the
elevator.
elevator?
I'm here for it.
Yeah,
Wait,
me
say it again.
too. What you say, Keish?
Say it again.
Do you think it would be soapy and sexy for to actually get that scene with Bill and Danny in the elevator?
I mean, Soapy for sure, because she would be cheating on her husband.
And he would be cheating on his wife.
I mean, he's already disrespected his marriage with Haley, so
Hmm.
like,
I'm, and we see this week where she kind of brushes him off from intimacy in the spoiler, in the previews. So
Mm.
maybe this might be leading toward, him wanting to get some. But
Mm-hmm.
we see them two stuck in the elevator. We see hands undressing, and that was definitely Danny's dress
Mm.
in the elevator.
Okay.
I'm
So we
banking
got.
that that's also going to be a fantasy.
I
Well,
hope not, girl. Look, they already swerved us with the Doug stuff. Like, they give us something.
right. All right, we got to get back to Y&R. Um so we had Nicholas crash out and then he fell out in the Newman, or I should say Phyllis's office at the time. And and I thought sure that was a redemption arc. We again, I'm not sure yet. After I'm gonna take a look at Tuesday's episode to see what that looks like, and obviously there's a cliffhanger. Now there is, Phil is still fighting charges at the end of the week, and at the same time they said there's a spoiler where Victor claims victory or something like that. So I'm assuming he gets his company back because also I did see the spoiler where it looks like Victor makes good on his promise to Lily by Friday. So I'm assuming she actually is going to get Chancellor.
You know what? I can actually see that happening. Because in Tuesday's episode, Victor gives Nikki an ultimatum.
Yeah, wait a minute. Tuesday, I remember getting an ultimatum saying either him or Jack. Is that the one you're referring to?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right.
That
That's
was
right. Because they
today's
were,
episode.
yeah, that sure was. So I can see if she decides not to do it and chooses Jack, he gonna hand her Chancellor. I mean, hey, all that waiting actually paid off for Lily. I can see that happening.
Yeah, because remember, and you know what? Remember what she told Kane? Was that this past week too?
Yeah.
Yep. What she told Kane, I don't think he's gonna make good on his promise, and Kane was like, oh yeah, and he's just so lackadaisical about all of this, and I'm like, dude, she's only
Yeah.
nice to you because you gave up bone marrow. If you wasn't a donor, you would still be at square one.
Yep. Begging, crying, pleading, not talking
Mm-hmm.
to your kids still. That's the only
Mm-hmm.
reason they're talking to him either.
Exactly. So I'm like, and I mean, it's a good thing that he did. It saves Malcolm's life. He can now get better and recover from all of this. But now she kissing this man and kikiing with him and having dinner. And I'm like, okay, it took that in order for her to have a change of heart. Okay, whatever.
Meanwhile, she crying about Chancellor, and that man had built $1 billion empire for her.
Right. He was about to give you the keys to his kingdom, and you rather go work for Victor.
Mm-hmm. And you'd rather cry about somebody else's $1 billion empire.
Yeah, I don't. That part right there don't make any sense to me. But that's Lily for you.
And she's not thinking about her brother at all. She still had her eye on the prize. It was always
It
Chancellor.
was, yeah, and she tried to make it like, you deserve it. It's your grandmother's company, and I want you to have it. That ain't, yeah, no, you wanted that company ever since her and Billy was fighting over it.
Mm-hmm. There ain't nothing changed. She
Mm-mm.
no different from Billy.
Mm-mm. Let's talk about Billy and Adam. Because I mean, we will get there's in the promo where we saw Adam asking a request from Chelsea, but Billy threw it up in that man's face about the fact that not only is he marrying Sally, but he's also he's also about to be a father of Sally's new baby. And I was wondering what his reaction is going to be. Now, he had a conversation with Chelsea this week claiming that, it make him think about Ava, the baby that they lost. And I'm like, now you think about the baby? Because she's having a kid with another man?
That makes me wonder what Wednesday's episode is going to be about, because Tuesday's episode, he has a sit down with Sally and they talk about Ava.
Yeah, well, that promo shows him asking Chelsea they should have a kid together. I'm like,
That's, I would not be okay with that.
me either. Because you know where that's coming from.
Yeah. Like, if this was something that you were always thinking about with me, that's one thing. But you're only prompted by the fact that Sally's pregnant.
Right.
And I'm not about to compete making babies like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, if I was Chelsea, I'd be giving him the side eye on that one. Why do you care so much? You wanna our exes are now getting married and having a baby. Okay, we need to go that direction. We chose to be together. They're choosing to get married and have a kid. That has nothing to do with us. But you want to compete with them by telling me to carry a kid for 9 months?
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Mm-mm.
That don't make
Mm-mm.
any sense.
Mm-mm.
For and on top of that, we don't really know like direction of uh, what's his name?
Hmm.
Adam and Chelsea's relationship. She keeps calling him a partner, but I'm like,
They really
okay.
haven't made anything serious. Look like to me they had that affair in Baltimore, decided to be
Mhm.
together, and it's just been stagnant between them two. They really just there being parents, and I guess in a relationship. They moved into that house that Victor gave him, but that's where it stood. And I'm not, I mean, whereas the exes, Billy and Sally, they got together on the rebound, which I thought they, I've never been really a fan of them because of the fact it was so quick and it was a rebound relationship.
Mhm.
But then it progressed into, then she almost left him, even though he gave her a company, and then she decided to come back. That whole thing is just weird to me. Um, and then now they're pregnant and about to get married in November or October or whatever it is.
Yeah. And I said, it looks like that's really about to happen. I think they are getting married in November for November sweeps.
Mm-hmm.
But out of the two couplings, if I had a choice to watch one or the other, unfortunately, it would be Billy and Sally
I
because
agree with that. I agree. I
because
agree.
any of the dialogue between Adam and Chelsea is like, oh my God, Connor had a sleepover. Um, what do you want to eat for dinner? Um, what did you think of the sky? The sky is blue today, but it's light blue, not dark blue. Something like that. Nothing exciting. I think the last time we saw a love scene with those two was in Baltimore.
Correct.
So, and then she was dragging her feet about trying to even get with them. And we don't even know the direction that they even want to go in. It's been questioned in the dialogue. They want to get remarried together, or they just like, intimate roommates. Because she doesn't want to call him a boyfriend or anything like that. He said that's her partner. I'm like, what does that mean? I mean, like, are you really fully putting your family back together? Going to get married later down the line? What do they want to do with this couple?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they screwed up to me when they broke up Billy and Sally 4 years ago. And you thrown
Yeah,
them into that whole thing with Nick, and then you put them back in there, then you put them back together only to break them up. It's like, why?
yeah, and even this flip flop is just, lackluster.
Yep, I so agree.
So, I mean, I guess, happy to Billy and Sally and their baby. This is also not on my bingo card at all. I thought they would have broke up like months ago,
I thought it was
especially
going to
during
be
February.
over when because I thought that was foul. And they cleaned it up and put them back together. But that girl, take a company from him. First of all, you didn't think that this man was going to get Chancellor, which is why you signed a contract on a napkin in the first place. And then when he gets Chancellor for the moment that he was going to get it, even though Phyllis did what she did, then you get mad at him. But you agreed that you were going to let him out of working over where you were if he got Chancellor. Well, he had access to it, and then you get mad. Then you want to kick him to the curb. He gifted you on Valentine's Day Newman Media. You took it, and you were still about to kick this man to the curb.
Yeah, and then had a whole epiphany like, oh my God, so you can run your business, I can run my business, it doesn't have to affect anything. That's what he was trying to sell you for months.
Yeah, that whole thing, that whole whoever wrote that was just weird. It was
Josh
all
Griffin.
over the place. Exactly. It was all over the place. It's like, okay, what y'all gonna do? It's almost like they didn't know which direction to go with that. But speaking about not knowing what direction, we still got Patty floating around town. And at first, she was trying to help Matt, which obviously, with Matt being in that whole thing with the Newmans and helping Nick stay alive, you know, then she started taunting Jack, talking about Diane being missing, and it's for the best. We should be together. We're meant to be. I'm like, why do you continue to force yourself onto this man, especially how y'all reconnected recently on some essay type of stuff? It's like, go away.
Yeah. It's another character, like, she's another one of those characters that's just floating around without a real direction. Because I'm like, okay, so you cleaned her up, sort of. You cleaned her up to the point where she's magically cured and graduated from psychiatry, which I've never heard of that before.
Mm-hmm.
She got a nice, some nice coins in her pocketbook, courtesy of Victor. So she's able to get
Correct.
these
Mm-hmm.
lavish, designs and can pay her hotel bill. So what are you doing with her?
Exactly. What do you plan to do with this lady? I mean, are we just going to continue to go back and forth and she's just going to continue to beg, you know, beg, what is, oh my God, all of a sudden I drew a blank. Are you going to,
Jack?
yeah, are we going to continue to, is she going to continue to beg Jack to be with him? And it's like, come on, can we move it along, please?
Yeah, and no, it's really no shade to Stacy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the same note I have like with Stacy and Roger and Tamara Braun. I hate that they've written these characters somewhat in a corner, and it's like they're trying to backtrack. Seems like every month to try to change things up to try to keep their characters alive on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And it's no fault of their own. It's really the writing, because it's like, what direction? Like, you have these three talented actors,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, what are you guys doing with their characters? Because I don't mind Patty being on the show.
Right.
I would never have guessed her being part of the stuff going on with Jack.
Exactly.
Me and Keith thought it was going to be with Mariah.
Right.
But that's not happening. So all this stuff, is going down with Jack and Diane, and we know by June 5th they'll be together.
Mm-hmm.
So where does it leave Patty?
Exactly.
She's just going to float around town and just antagonize people? I mean, she's another Leslie?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they put her in Matt Clark's orbit, you know what I mean? But,
Which he's going to need a love interest too.
right.
And I think Savannah in the chat,
Mm-hmm.
yes, Sawana Jenkins asked, do we see any chemistry between Matt and Phyllis?
Yes.
Definitely do. But once again, they really, really got to scrub and clean that up before they put that man with Phyllis. Because as a viewer, knowing what happened to Phyllis
Mm-hmm.
with that doppelganger,
Mm-hmm.
like, why would they put her with a man who did essay to Sharon?
I got you. Yeah, I totally understand. That's the only thing they, like Keith said earlier, they should have brought him back as a totally new character.
Yeah. Or Tucker McCall.
Would have been great.
I'm so mad at that.
Yep, that would have been peachy,
Perfect.
but they didn't do that, so here we are.
Yeah, and I agree, Jenna. Phyllis has chemistry with everyone. Michelle has chemistry with everyone. Like, there's just certain actresses that just, this is magic for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't mind her with Matt.
Wouldn't mind at all, girl.
But then gotta scrub and
you gotta clean them up a bit.
Yeah, bleach, comment, everything to try to do something.
Girl, you are crazy. So you gotta clean them up a bit, cause yeah, that past ain't looking too peachy.
Yeah, but Roger is really knocking it out of the park
Mm-hmm.
with his act. I mean, when you see tomorrow's episode, you'll see what I'm talking about. He's just a phenomenal addition. Um, they better do his character justice and keep him on for as long as they can
I agree.
and really clean him up, because it would be a shame to lose a character, an actor like that.
I totally agree. I totally agree. I mean that even that whole scene where, obviously Phyllis and him get together to save Nick's life. I mean, yeah. And then and he shifted his whole mindset. He was this villainous, goofy guy who was trying to blow up people, and then they turn him into this meek person. Like, who am I don't know who I am, somebody please help me out.
Oh
And
yeah,
he's able to flip that character like that, you know what I mean? He's what Luna would do. Lisa Yamada flip like that.
he no shade to Lisa. It's on a different level tomorrow's episode.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. All right. We talked about everything, didn't we?
Trying to really much didn't happen this week, did it?
No.
Well, we know that Phyllis and Matt saved Nick's life,
Mm-hmm.
which don't mean anything to Nick tomorrow's episode.
Right. Well, that's crazy to me.
Oh goodness! But I love the fact that they were trying to say, like, oh, Phyllis, you saved his life. She's like, no, it wasn't just me. It was Matt, too. And
Mm-hmm.
she was so shook by the fact that she almost lost Nick. It was all over this woman's face. And I love the fact that she was like, look, I don't care what really happens to me, but I'm worried about what you're going to do to him, especially after what he just did for Nick.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering what direction they're going to have Matt go in, because they're going to utilize him some way,
Mm-hmm.
and I think he's going to be one of Victor's henchmen or whatever. But I really hope they keep I want to see that chemistry build with those two.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
it would be a shame if they're both broke and penniless. So I hope that they get Phyllis something out of this. But
Yeah. I would assume if he's declaring victory, maybe Michael can't get her out of these charges. He probably, is going to tell her, look, it's over. Everything is, you see all this stuff that's happened. Just give him the company back. You know, I just hate that. I just hope, like you say, that he say, okay, you know what? I'll give you money to start your own company. Victor has to, if he's bonding with her, like you said in tomorrow's episode, I'm assuming then he's not going to listen to Nick because Nick is, he's got to get himself together, right? So Victor might be like, listen, you saved my son's life as much as you put us through all this mess, blah, 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 blah. Let me help you. Give me my company back, and I give you a little something to help you get on your feet. I don't know.
the best situation for her is for Victor to hand her Arabesque.
And let's see if that's maybe what he'll do. And she can take it and turn it into her own little IT company or whatever.
That would be the best option, because Kane and Phyllis merge Arabesque with Newman Enterprises. So
Mm-hmm.
all he wants is everything that he had without Arabesque. She should be able to extract it and keep it for herself, and then just hand him Newman Enterprises.
Yep.
It's a win-win for her,
Yep.
because she can build on that, and then we'll probably see the dynamic of like Kane and Phyllis and him trying to chase after his old company or something. But I just don't want her to be left out in the cold. But 9 times out of 10 with this writing,
It's probably the case.
yeah.
Yep. I agree. I agree. All right, I think we are done with Y&R.
That is right, Gail. I forgot about the headaches.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I have a feeling this is the way that they're going to fix him and Nikki's relationship because if she passes out or is hospitalized because of some illness or part of the condition or whatever this is, Victor's definitely going to freak out because he going to want to lose that girl. As much as they've been arguing and this whole thing, unless they take it to a different direction by having Jack, you know, fawn all over her. But I hope not. Yeah. So,
It could be. I think I think Gail said this could be like an aneurysm or a stroke. It could also be her MS symptoms, or it could be something completely different entirely.
mm-hmm.
But it sounds like we're gonna get a health
A health scare.
like a health scare or a
Mm-hmm.
health storyline with this, while Nick is going through his addiction storyline. So we'll see.
And isn't Nikki going over the crossover too, right?
I did not see. I keep trying to check to see if Melody is going over there. I don't see anything about Melody going over to BTG.
Okay. Maybe because they're going to have her busy with this.
I think so. So we know that it's going to be Victor, Jack, Diane for sure,
Kyle.
and Kyle,
Mm-hmm.
and Devon and Abby.
Gotcha.
Oh, Abby's gonna be there.
Yes.
I saw Devon. I didn't realize Abby was coming.
I put in the group chat, there was like photos that they had posted. Abby goes to the event, and it's like like Abby and Devon and Andre and Danny in like one scene together. I'll repost it in the chat so you can see him.
Okay. Gotcha. Okie dokie. Let us move it along because we got to talk about the bold and the beautiful. So, Hope decided to sign the contract and keep it a secret. We got Wyatt and Shauna in the building. We got this stuff with the Hope for the Future diamond. And then on the flip side, with the Churin, we the Churin, we have this whole thing. Bikini Bar is now open. We got to see Deacon and Taylor just all over each other and in the open, happy and in love, I guess. And then we had the melee of everything with the gut punch from Will to RJ, which led up to RJ having a bruised rib, who was complaining to his dad about the fact that he needs to be gone. Steffi agrees, and we saw what happened today. So I guess let's get the whole Logan stuff out the way because we got that Hope for the Future diamond, and we got Hope officially signing that contract, bringing also Deke over.
That boy was dragging his feet.
Girl.
Right, like he had other options.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like, what are you contemplating? I don't understand.
You've been waiting since December, and like, here's your opportunity in June, of all things. And you're like, I don't know. This is how you know Hope and Deke are brother and sister for sure. They move the same way. Always dragging her feet on a simple decision. Unless he wants to flip pizzas with his daddy still, which is fine. That's his legacy.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me. Make any sense to me whatsoever. Because go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, it shouldn't take long of a decision like that. What would he rather do? Work with his dad or make some extra money as a designer like he went to school for?
Right.
Yeah. They spent 2 episodes now whining about how he got fired. And it's like, he really fired, or was he on a trial period to see if they wanted to work with him? Because I thought that's what it was, but they're making it seem like they full out hired him, which they had that stupid party for him when he got hired, or whatever, when he started his little probationary period with him. But the way Hope has been carrying on about how they let Deke go, you would have thought that he put in all this hard work and did some lines for them and had been there for years, and she just had to fire him. It's like, the boy was there for a couple months, and it was trial. It wasn't a full-time, like, permanent position.
Yeah, he
She's been
wasn't even
crying
on a
about it for months
payroll,
now.
right, Keish?
I,
Because
not
when
to
I
my
mean,
knowledge, he
you
wasn't.
fire somebody who is on a payroll, you know what I mean? I mean, if you're there as an intern, they can end it at any time. Like, okay, it's over. And you're on a trial basis, okay, but I don't think he was a hired person to be calling somebody fired.
And he wasn't, but you got people online saying that, oh, he was a full-blown employee. When you can go to the very episode
You got
where
an
they
echo,
said,
girl.
oh, I'm sorry. There's a very episode that says that it was a trial basis, especially since he was fresh out of design school, which makes perfect sense. Why would they run with a fresh, brand new designer if his last name isn't Forrester, without letting him get his feet wet and seeing what his real talent's about?
Yeah.
So I'm like, Hope, would you rather defire your own brother, or would you rather Steffi do it?
Yeah, I want to go back to what you guys were just saying about him dragging his feet. And I'm like, why is he dragging his feet? I think he truly wanted to work for Forrester.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was. I mean, yes, he wanted to design, but he wanted to design for Forrester. Now, eventually, he said yes at the end of today's episode. But I'm like, dude, what you got to think about? I don't understand. And I was like, yeah, because you want to be over there. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm. Same way his sister is still, got one foot out the door,
right,
and calling herself on a leave of absence instead of just quitting like a grown woman. But I feel that while he's talking about, like, well, I wanted to work with my sister, I was so worried about working with my sister. I'm like, your sister was dragging her feet. You could have been hired a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
And she was still teeter-tottering, talking about, like, oh, my relationship with Thomas. I can't work with Thomas. But yet you were still hanging your hat on still working over at Forrester as long as your mom was going to be CEO. And you had no problem with those midnight calls over to Paris to talk to Thomas and collaborate with him and still work with him, and not hire on your brother and pay money out of your own pocket to have your brother get the experience at
exactly.
Forrester.
Yep.
So they both can miss me with that.
Yeah. My biggest thing is the fact that she went on her little leave of absence instead of just resigning.
Why you got one toe in the door?
Exactly. If they are bullying you, if it's that bad there, if it's so toxic and you feel like you're being bullied, what is the point of hanging around on the books?
Right.
Especially when you just signed a contract with a competitor. Like,
yeah,
just say it with your chest and tell her that you quit.
And tell her why. With your chest.
And that's always been Hope's problem, is she has never been able to be just straightforward about something that she wants or something that she wants to do. She's always got she always hides behind other things, just like she did with Carter and the coup, like she did with her mom and trying to get Steffi fired. It's like she can never just come out and say, I'm done, I'm gonna quit, I'm going over and working at Logan. There is no reason at all for her to keep this a secret other than she wants Forrester in her back pocket
Right.
in case things don't work out.
Which shows she has no faith in her auntie and her business.
Mm-hmm. Nope. And that's why she drugged her feet and Deke drug his feet, because they're not really sure that they want to be over there. Because if Brooke actually did get that CEO spot, this wouldn't even be a conversation. She would have stayed.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then Katie would still be at square one without
Right.
a designer, without a thought, nothing.
Exactly.
She herself was hanging her hat on what Hope was going to do, or better yet, what Brooks Box was going to do.
Exactly. That was so crazy of her. That same box that she wanted her mom to use was the same one she criticized him by. What did she do? She ended up sleeping with Ridge.
You mean her husband?
Yeah, her husband. That was insane.
That was so stupid. I'm like, so you only want her to use her box when it benefits you?
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's always about you. And then she always loves to play victim. And Steffi will forever live rent free in this girl's head. She can't help but say that girl's name.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, it's Steffi's fault for everything. And it's so stupid to me because even your mom, I'm not y'all, even Brooke agrees with Ridge and Steffi's decision regarding Eric. She's on board with it. She's fine. She's like, look, as long as you give my daughter a date, I'm fine. I'm good with you guys running with it.
Mm-hmm.
But you got Hope still wanting to put the blame on Steffi. Well, I can't be underneath Steffi's thumb. It's not even just her. It's Eric and Ridge, too.
Mm-hmm.
But she can't help herself but put the blame on Steffi. It's always her fault. And this is why this whole storyline is just rage bait, to get the fans divided and to draw up conversations on social media, because they know how polarizing like the Hope and Steffi fans can be.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all this is, because even the stuff that's coming out of Hope's mouth makes absolutely no sense.
Nope.
Even the direction that she's going in right now, where she got one foot out the door. If you're mistreated ever so badly, be a big girl and quit.
Exactly.
Yeah. And the way that she tries to guilt trip her mom is when she told her, you didn't stand up for yourself for me. Like, where were they? I think they were they in the office? I can't remember if it was after she told her she was resigning or if it was later in the week.
She was at the house when she said that, and in the office when she said that.
And it's like, I'm confused as to what Hope thought that her mom could do. Or, like, what did you expect this outcome to be? The only way that she would have gotten what she wanted was either for her mom to leave Ridge because he wouldn't give her what she wanted as far as giving her a CEO position, or for Ridge and Steffi to fight over that job. Like, those were the only two things that would have made her happy. And the way that she's saying that her mom didn't stand up for herself, and it's like, what was she standing up for herself for? Like, there was nothing for her to fight Ridge for. She didn't want this in the first place.
Right.
This was something that you convinced her that she needed to do for herself. She tried to frame it as, you deserve better. That should be you in that position. You should be running the company with Ridge. Steffi didn't earn that. She doesn't deserve it. And it's like, she's making it seem as if Ridge is just disrespecting her opinion when it comes to Forrester and doesn't take her seriously. And it's like, Ridge is probably, between Ridge and Eric, two of the owners, they probably give that woman everything that she wants. So CEO or not, Brooke pretty much gets what she wants at that company. So I don't understand where Hope gets this, where she has these ideas that they're just so mistreated there, especially her mom.
It's all about Hope wanting to get her way. She want what she want in
Yeah.
a moment. You can't do that when you don't own the company. I mean, I could want a $50,000 raise. I can't just say, you better give it to me. They're gonna be like, are you
Right.
crazy?
And then be mad because they can't come up with the ridiculous request that she has.
Exactly.
You know what it is? Hope was banking on Brooke Logan from 20 years ago, who always got her way, and where Brooke's box never failed her, and it was a cakewalk for her and her kids for years because no matter who Brooke went to, she always got her way. That's who Hope was banking on. Brooke is not that girl anymore. She just wants to be married, and she's all about Ridge. And she, as much as she was talking about, like, oh, I would love to be in a CEO position with Ridge, she quickly turned around like, oh, I really don't want to. I'm okay. She just wants to be up underneath Ridge. She has had her time over in the corporate world, over at Forrester. She just wants to just have like a different type of life this go around. So Hope was expecting her mother to pull out all that old Brooke Logan stuff from years ago, and it doesn't apply anymore. And then she tried to gaslight her mom.
Mm-hmm.
After all the secrets her mother kept for her and all of her foolishness for years. Okay.
Right. Yep.
And that's what gets me is Brooke would literally do anything for Hope. She stands 10 toes down for her daughter, no matter how wrong she is. She might say it to Hope's face, like the whole incident with Finn. She would say it to Hope. She would tell Hope that she was wrong, that she needed to basically get herself together. But she never let on outside of that. Like, even when talking to Steffi, when everything came out, she was still defending her daughter. Her and Liam are one and the same when it comes to Hope. They will defend Hope no matter what she does. And the way that Hope just turns on her mom when she's not getting her way,
Yep.
or when her mom isn't siding with her 100%, is crazy to me.
Yep.
She did this last year during the coup.
Yep, she did.
And was trying to guilt trip her mom for taking the Forrester side because she felt so wrong. And it's about time that Ridge and Steffi got what they deserve for like trying to cancel my life. It's the same dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
Only difference is she's putting all the blame on Steffi.
It's the exact same thing, the whining and crying that she did with Carter.
Yep.
And
you see how she has to, they always have to write her rewriting the history of the Logans at Forrester Creations when she wants something. Because everything that she whines about has never actually happened. The Logans were never mistreated at that company. They were always treated better, in my opinion. In the earlier days, they were treated better than Steffi and Thomas were. And even when Steffi became CEO, Hope still pretty much got what she wanted. So, like, that's why these business storylines for her just fall flat for me, because I don't know if they're if they want us to believe that Hope is delusional, or if they just think we forgot about the history of this show. But it's like, we've been watching Bold for a couple of decades now. Everything that Hope is whining and complaining about didn't actually happen to her. So it's like they have to rewrite history every time they give her a business storyline.
But it goes back to what y'all was saying. It's a bunch of rage baiting. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You know, but the people that are really invested in her character, they're going to root for her and say, yes, she's being treated horribly. How could they do this to her?
Her and Katie both say it. Katie says it too.
Yep, sure does. And you know what the thing I kept saying online since last week? That Hope could do Steffi's job. And Brooke is right that Hope and Steffi should be on the same level by now.
Yes.
How?
And they're
Okay, wait. Bree, you have a business, correct?
Yes, I do.
You hire somebody. Now, unless I know sometimes people retire but you still be what is the term? What is the term of that? A silent partner or
consultant.
consult something, right? But for somebody to come in there after you didn't hire them and say, I need to be equal to you as the owner is laughable at best.
Yeah. I'll be worse than Steffi. I would very much laugh in their face because I'm like, you didn't put not one dime into here.
Exactly.
And last I checked, there is no contract that says you're owed or at the same level as anything. Because even if I'm not in an executive position, I still own part of this company. You still work up underneath me, even if you try to put your mama in that position.
Right.
She don't even have She don't even have the qualifications to be on an executive level. The one thing I feel like they have done wrong with Hope's character, and it's almost like a trade-off. They kind of screwed Steffi over in her personal life when it came to men, where she was always the one chasing an unavailable man or begging somebody to love her, and Hope pretty much got any man she wanted. But when it comes to the professional side of things, they've written Steffi a million times better than what they've written for Hope, because they haven't professionally developed that character in the least. She has been in the same job since she's been at Forrester as a creative director, and everything was handed to her. We haven't heard about her, like, even when she went to Italy, when she was gone for what, 3 years, 4 years. They could have told us in dialogue that she went and studied fashion design, or she went back to school, or something that would have elevated her on the professional side of things. But Hope has literally just been that one person at Forster Creations who just kind of had everything handed to her. Everybody else does the work for her line. She's just basically giving her opinion on what she likes and what she doesn't like. And they haven't moved her anywhere beyond that. So for them to even have Brooke in dialogue talk about how her and Steffi should be on the same level is insane to me.
Yep.
When the character herself has made no moves towards learning how to be a businesswoman on the level of an executive
at all. And I think Pauline Daly 871, hi, welcome to the show. Makes a very good point right here. Hope wants to be Steffi. Steffi is everything Hope would ever want to be, but can never be a grown woman to be. Steffi has her own man. She has her house. She owns a business. She's worked from the ground up. She has executive experience. Hope is still over at her mama's house since the day she was born. She is yet to leave the nest. Even Liam, at this point, spent half of his life over at her mama's house. And she cannot seem to get off of the first step. For anyone to even think that she has earned the same accolades that Steffi has. And then they question, like, oh, what does Steffi do? Clearly more than you do. Clearly she holds the button that decides a lot of your future as an employee, which is why you're so mad and every other word is about Steffi. Every other discussion is about Steffi. She can't help herself but talk about that girl. She talked about Steffi more than her own man.
Yep.
All right, so talking about Logan, we had Wyatt and Shauna come along. None of that makes sense. And I think I heard one of you guys' messages over the past couple days about them too. about the fact
Yeah.
that she gave him a ride. You broke up with her daughter, but you still hanging out with her mama?
Didn't that sound kind of weird?
Mm-hmm.
This is a billionaire son, and his car breaks down. You would think this man got plenty of money by now that he's made over the course of his life. You mean to tell me you needed her mama to drive you to LA, but you can't get a plane ticket? Because from Vegas to LA is not a long trip, I would assume. I mean, I don't know who's from California. Is that a long trip from LA to Vegas?
I
Let me
know
know in
it's
the
not
chat.
far. What is it like? I know it's under 6 hours to drive.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know that those hours bonding in a car when you could have took maybe like an hour and a half plane ride when you know you got money and go to LA.
Now he
And
did try
then
to make it clear to Bill that they were just friends, but I mean, if they are, and there's nothing there, it's just a weird way to bring Wyatt back.
Yeah.
And what are we gonna do with Shauna now? From what I understand, Denise Richards is still filming over the past month, so
mhm.
I'm wondering where they're taking her in this whole storyline because she's asking for a job. She obviously had that experience back in Vegas running boutiques and stuff, but okay, what I don't know. It's just going to be interesting to see how they're going to write these two. Well, we know obviously Wyatt always have a place at Spencer. We also know that Bill wants him to get the Hope for the Future diamond to kind of add to what Hope's launch is going to look like. So,
And he also has jewelry experience
mm-hmm.
as a designer and also running a jewelry business. So I can see him like competing with Electra in that manner, and maybe that might cause some friction between Wyatt and Will. Who knows? Um, but I just got that whole little background about like, oh, Shauna was giving me a ride to LA, and then you're also gonna take this woman to dinner after the fact. You break up with Flo, and all you can say about that is like, oh, we didn't work out, but you're friends with her mama. I don't know any woman who would be okay with that.
And this is where they should have brought Sally back now that he's broken up with Flo.
Oh man, I wish.
Okay. See, we had a February sweeps when Sally and Billy broke up. We could have seen Sally off screen for like about a month and some change, and then work her way over back to LA. That would have been perfect.
And
Ah,
especially
I didn't
since
think
she's a
so.
designer. Why is
Yes.
she
And now
working
she's
in
stuck with
media?
Billy.
Yep. And she could have been a designer with Hope since she has designer experience, and Dee could have been learning underneath Sally,
Mm-hmm.
especially after Sally was working on a youth line.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And
like we
then
need to
with
produce
Wyatt
this
being
show.
newly single, it could have created a
Yes.
storyline with those two trying to rekindle or something.
We need to produce this show. We know they listen to the podcast and they'll trickle in some of our ideas onto the show, and we appreciate it. Just give us our producer credit. We want to help you out.
Mm-hmm.
Just let the Soapies help you out.
And then I
But
think this is going to blow up just like it blew up, and you would think Hope would kind of listen at this whole thing by keeping it a secret because Donna was part of this, trying to talk her out of it, and she was like, I need this, blah, 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 blah. This blew up in Eric's face with the secret. You do realize that this is probably going to blow up in your face, too.
1000%.
And the person who blew all this up was Katie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they keep talking about like, oh, we can't let the secret get out. Tell Katie that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think something's going to happen to where Katie's going to blow all of this up in an argument with Brooke. I think they have a confrontation or something this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can see leading towards July sweeps that something's going to come out. Because July sweeps is next, right? I think so.
I don't know. I didn't. I've heard of February, May, and November.
Let me check. I think it's July sweeps, but I think something's gonna come out. Yeah, July sweeps. So it's February, May, July, and November.
Got it.
So I think that's the way that's going to come out, and then Brooke is going to confront Hope. I don't think it's going to be leading towards like Brooke finding out at a fashion show. I would be very surprised if they did that. But Katie gets so emotional, and then she starts to just blow everything up. She's like Phyllis in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, stay cool and just keep it to yourself. At least let your plan work out. I mean, good God.
Right.
And here's my theory, because I think, Keish, you had it right when we talked last week about, like, Hope is going to get a dose of reality of it's not always greener on the other side. Because if she thought Steffi was bad, which I don't think that she really was, what does she think Bill is going to do?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for that. So,
And her husband ain't gonna be able to protect her.
Nope.
Because he don't even listen to Liam when Liam is mad about something.
At all. And I can't wait to blow up.
Yeah, because you remember how forceful Bill was about pushing Eric to get them designs out.
Yep.
Exactly. And he's not going to be all that delicate when it comes to Hope, because they highlighted they're paying this girl a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So if she thinks that Steffi is so bad, okay, fine. Let's see if the grass is really greener on the other side. You're going to get a lot of green, but you're going to have to deal with Bill Spencer. And I hope he makes it hell for her.
I think she's thinking that Katie will protect her, but I don't know about all that.
Yeah, it hasn't worked out in years, but, you know, I guess a hope and a prayer for her. Because once again, even he is flipping the bill for Logan. So something can come down the line where Katie's not going to like a decision, and he'll throw in her face that he basically owns the company.
That's true.
He's flipping the bill. He's putting all his money towards Katie and her vision and Hope and her vision. But if he doesn't like something, if he's putting money towards something, he's going to say it. Mm-hmm. Same way he did when they took over Forrester.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, all this crying that Hope is doing now about Steffi, I'm like, okay, let's see how it works working for Bill Spencer. Because even her husband can even say it's not easy working for that man.
Mm-hmm. Well, so, we know somebody else that's no longer working for somebody, and it's Will.
Yep.
So, first of all, let's kind of backtrack, because the firing happened today. But last week's episode, it was the two of them, Will and Electra, deciding to get back together. We saw the bikini bar open. I guess Bill is also sponsoring Deacon on that one, because I thought I heard somebody. Oh, who was that? Was that Will that said something about his dad and that and the place? It was a line that he said. I forgot what, but I said, okay, so Bill is funding that place, because I remember back some months ago, he asked Bill for money or a loan or investment to buy a bikini bar. So he finally got it. Keish, are you feeling the love between Deacon and Taylor now that they all out in the open?
I've always thought Deacon and Taylor had cute chemistry, so I thought they were cute last week. I'm not as bothered by those two being together as the majority of the viewers are. I thought it was funny seeing Finn and Steffi's faces, though,
Mm-hmm.
as they were being all cozy with each other. They were just kind of like, okay.
Now, he was like, oh, she haven't signed divorce papers, meaning Sheila, because that's what Steffi was asking about.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that, she wished him well, I want you to be happy, and she's moved in with somebody. And they was like, oh, she moved in with somebody? I think she moving in with Lee.
Yeah, I think so, too.
What do you think, Bree?
Yeah, I agree because I think the actress who plays Lee, she said that she's back on set filming. So
Right.
we know it's her. Who else is going to live with Sheila?
Which is crazy, especially their history.
Of all, it could not be me at all. But this is a twisted way. I mean, if Sheila and Lee could be friends, Leslie and Nicole might be friends later down the line at this rate. But
Absolutely ridiculous.
But it could happen, though.
I know. It's still ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's exactly who she's staying with.
But she's dragging her feet with this divorce.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, Taylor is still a side chick.
Mm-hmm. He's still legally married to Sheila, even though they're canoodling and carrying on. Now, I will say, I had a little bit of enlightenment, and Bree was shocked at me that I was like, them two look kind of cute together. Because at first I was against
I saw that.
I was like, whoa, okay. I'm like, are Billy and Sally next too? I was shocked. I look, I won't see it. I'll never see it. Because he's just a dirty dog. This man has never been faithful to not one woman he's ever been with. And Taylor's going to get exactly what she asked for. I don't know what she thinks that she's special or something, but that man broke up that marriage for absolutely no reason. Mm-hmm. And it's hard for me to get on board with seeing him and Taylor together. If this was a situation where he broke up with Sheila months prior to getting with Taylor, then I'll see things differently. But I'm like, I can't root for this. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
It's the soapy.
So
it is.
Let's bring in these children. And so they start coming into the place. Did y'all see RJ come in there with both those girls?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm like,
how you got the nerve? You came in with two women on your side who clearly want you, and you acting like it's the worst thing ever because of the fact that I was like, the entitlement.
Yes, and RJ's not a bad looking kid. He's not. I mean, the fact that this girl was trying to hop between him and Will Spencer, I mean, both of these guys come from money. Like, they can have girls though we know they have girls thrown at them every chance that they get. So I don't know why they're making him out to be like
thirsty.
I don't want to use the word thirsty because I don't want to say the other word because they keep dragging him online for being that, but thirsty over this girl
who clearly doesn't want him. Why?
Right.
And obviously there was some mixed signals, but she's made a decision now that she want to be with Will. I mean, it didn't help the cause because my thing is, obviously, she was mad talking about, because that's the other part. She want to work through things. We got to work on our issues, she told Dylan. I'm like, that was your issue.
Mm-hmm.
You the one had the insecurities. You're the one that put the girl in the man's house. You did that. So that's not a their issue. It's a you issue.
Yeah. And I haven't heard not one apology from Electra for trying to get that girl fired.
Exactly.
We ain't getting that.
Well, they're talking about we need to work on stuff. Well, it's a two-way street. How about you trying to take money out of my wallet so I can get back on my feet.
Yeah, I that is somebody had a post on Facebook over the weekend, I think it was, and they said one word, and I'm gonna drop this in the chat. I'm gonna ask y'all. Let me see. Answer questions. Let me see how I can do it. Okay, y'all just type it, and this includes you. You know, you two ladies as well. One
Mm-hmm.
word to describe Electra. Girl, you ought to seen that list on Facebook.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Controlling is what I added to the list.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because some people, there were a couple people, oh, she's so sweet. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Let me see.
What y'all in the chat, drop one word to describe the Electra character.
Mine, I guess, would be entitled. That's what I've described her as for the last several months now.
Entitled, okay. Ooh, it's coming in. It's coming in. I see it in the chat.
Mine is conceited.
I see yours too. So Aisha said spoiled. Bree, you said conceited. Jenna said neurotic. Aisha said again two-faced. TA says entitled. Aisha got multiple votes. She said, listen, I'm not finna just come in with one. Um, Liar, neurotic, selfish, devil, childish, annoying, a user.
Childish. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I
All
said
accurate.
I said controlling. I just did not like, and then I'm gonna. I guess I can add. I can add her to this as well, Dylan. But controlling is what gets me. When you tell that girl, in order to make it here in this company, this is my world. You're gonna have to not focus on your personal and romantic life, and it's like, who are you talking to?
Right.
Right.
The nerve. They know we're in that girl's management chain, supervisory chain. Gonna tell her what she needs to focus on.
But the problem is that she's doing it because she ain't doing that to them other girls who's trying to chase her man.
Oh, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But you won't do that to her because Dylan allows it.
Yeah.
Because she's so desperate to be her friend.
Exactly.
And I don't like the fact that they made this girl a pick me. Dylan was a girl that had chemistry with all these guys, and she still does, but there was a way that she carried herself, where she stood up for herself. It's like, look, you guys are not going to bully me and to try to make me quit my job. You guys come for money. I had to really get it out the dirt and actually try to hustle to survive. Like, where did that Dylan go? Why are we getting this pick me?
But she only do that with everybody else. She don't do that with Electra.
Yeah.
She don't do that with her. And that's the problem. And then she's snitching on everybody to Electra, and it's like, girl, are you really searching for brownie points?
But who she snitched on?
Well, she snitched on Will.
Will?
She was gonna find out what happened.
Well, but girl, you don't know what happened? Let me tell you. So RJ and they was up, and I'm like, he need to tell her what happened. That's not your responsibility. That man should have told you what happened.
And then downplayed her relationship with her cousin. This was her favorite cousin. Mm-hmm. And they always kept in contact. And then all of a sudden you were homeless, and they're like, oh yeah, he was acting kind of weird, and they want to reach out to him, even though you know that he was in LA and probably had a place for you to stay, and you didn't have to eat out of your garbage, and you would have had someone who was safe with you. But you try to downplay that just to appease Electra, because Electra can't do anything about genetics. Like, you guys are family.
Oh,
It
and
is
the
what it
other
is.
thing is that this man committed some horrible crimes against her. She was on Forrester property. Why you ain't tell Steffi?
Okay.
Why are you telling Dylan so you can? Oh well, I need to tell you this. No, you need to tell somebody in the Forrester clan that if you gonna snitch on somebody, snitch to the that he shouldn't be on their property.
Exactly. Unless, like, they don't have like a restraining order or something, which I'm surprised that Electra hasn't said anything about that, especially since he got out of
Bree, he
jail.
used to work there. Remember?
Yeah.
So if he's fired, why are you there? I mean, obviously to get to talk to Dylan, but you're not supposed to be on that property if you're fired.
Well,
But
I
you go run and
mean,
tell Dylan, just I needed to let you know this. No, you need to let the Foresters, Charlie, somebody know because he wasn't supposed to be there. That man can
yeah,
still get on the property. Dylan can't do nothing. You wanted brownie points from Dylan just for telling. That's it. If you
from
really want to
Electra.
protect, I mean, yeah. If you really want to protect Electra, keep him off the property by telling the Foresters. Not tell what is Electra gonna do? Except the fact that she knows.
And that's all she did. She
Mm-hmm.
didn't run. She didn't scream to Steffi. She was like, oh, okay, no problem. And then what did she do? She went to Bikini. He was talking with Will.
Mm-hmm.
She life moved on for her, and I'm gonna need for something to progress when it comes to Remy's character since he's on contract because they can't keep bringing that up.
Mm-hmm.
And Electra just goes about her business like nothing happened.
Happened,
So it's
right.
like, so okay, so just move this boy forward and actually utilize him. Something.
Yep.
But I don't know. He's churring.
He's cheering. Girl, you funny. Um, so now obviously as he was getting ready to leave, RJ was, you know, trying to talk to Electra and she like, listen, stop. I made my decision. You need to accept it. I'm moving on. I'm gonna continue my relationship with Will. I got history with this man. I'm gonna do what we're good. He ain't like that. And Will didn't like it either, got up in his face. And of course, RJ clapped back, and Will's fist clapped back into his ribs.
And I'm
That's
like,
a good way to describe it.
and I'm like, you got punched in a rib. I don't understand what it is with getting punched in the ribs. I mean, we saw Grayson on the other show. He had a whole like stab wound, and then he just popped up like he's Wolverine, like nothing happened. And this boy, RJ, got his sister, his mom, his dad, Finn, like, oh, your ribs, oh, like you broke your ribs, oh. But when we see him in the office, he's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
Right.
as Finn call it a bruised rib. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, I've already said this past week, I mean, I'm not a fan because it was assault. I mean, yes, they were arguing back and forth, throwing barbs at each other verbally, but you hit that man, you know, and keep your hands to you. Nobody should be hitting nobody. At the same time, RJ need to back off. The girl done already told you she getting
Yeah.
back with her boyfriend. Leave her alone.
That's the thing I don't get about RJ right now is the way that the carrying on he does about Electra being with Will and how worked up he gets. It just does not make sense.
Mm-mm.
Like, you've never been with this girl before. You guys have never dated. You basically have a crush on her, but the way that he's treating this is like she was an ex-girlfriend that he's trying to get back. And even not last week, but the week before, was that last week? When Steffi was like, "Hey, you just need to chill out. Like, what is the issue? Like,
Mm-hmm.
why are you so worked up about this?" And I love that conversation that they had at Brooke and Ridge's house when Finn, Steffi, and even Ridge were basically telling him he needed to chill out. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you have no reason to be this worked up over this.
Mm-mm.
And even Finn was like, I mean, you were hitting on the dude's girlfriend. So because I totally thought when they got back to the house, they were all going to coddle him and um, automatically jump on his side, and they didn't do that. And then all of that went out the window when, you know, what
Mm-hmm.
happened today. He got fired.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep. So, hey, I mean, it ended up where, he was begging his parents to fire him, which
yeah.
for a minute, he really didn't want to do it. But obviously, when Brooke was like, yeah, you can't do this to him, and, you know, well, of course he gonna appease Brooke. He already didn't give Brooke the CEO spot, so now he like, well, I better give her something. So I'm gonna fire him. And obviously, I thought they were gonna drag this out. The first 2 minutes of today's episode, he was gone. I mean, obviously it comes off of Friday, but
Yeah. I thought, I was thinking because they didn't fire him on Friday, that because it was RJ that said it. So what I was hoping for today was that Ridge was going to be like, now, wait a minute, like you don't have the authority to fire him. He's not fired, and just had one of his little talks,
mm-hmm.
and then Will quits instead. But that didn't happen. They actually allowed RJ to say it, and then Bridge and Steffi and Carter all backed him up. But I will give Carter credit for one thing. After Will left, he was like, "Hey, RJ has been antagonizing him for weeks now,
Yeah,
or
he
months now,
did
whatever it
speak
was he
up.
said."
Exactly.
So I was happy that he at least said that,
Right.
and it wasn't just this was all Will being a bully or whatever. It's like this, he's been trying to, and they know it too. They know RJ has been trying to get Will fired. So I hate that
Yeah,
they
but
gave
see,
RJ the satisfaction of doing that.
Keish, but Brooke has been co-signing that too.
Oh, yeah, she has.
Yep.
And then trash talking her nephew a little bit. She was like, I can't believe my sister raised a son so violent. I'm like,
Yeah.
She sure did. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
RJ got to the point of calling him dangerous and all these other terms to make him look like he's abusive or something. And I'm like, dude, chill out. And what
Yeah.
he's hoping for is with Will out of the picture at Forrester, he can flirt and do whatever he wants with Electra. Well, the problem is no means no. And she already told you she's going to be with him. And I thought maybe, I actually had a different, because I had a different thought. I thought when Electra found out that she was going to go back to being wishy-washy again. But she was supportive of Will and not
Mm-hmm.
happy about the fact that he got fired.
Yeah, I was shocked at her response too.
What about you, Bree?
I think that she will be wishy-washy.
Oh, okay.
I think that she's in La La Land because even in the dialogue, she's like, I can't believe that Steffi and Rich would ever fire you. You do such an amazing job. And I want to get back to this boy's job too. But I wonder if something's going to come up to where she's going to put a pause on moving in with this boy.
See, so and that's what I thought.
I feel like it's going to make it an even playing field to where both of the guys are going to try to come and she'll spend time over at the beach house. And then she'll run into RJ over at Eric's house. So if they're trying to do this summer love triangle, that's the only way I can see it working. I don't see it working with her just living over to our wills, and she only has like flirtation with RJ working on whatever line they're working on.
I don't understand how all these guys are overlooking Dylan. I mean, honestly, I mean, the Dylan Electra situation is one thing which I just don't agree with. But it's like y'all could have had summer love between two couples.
Mm-hmm.
Why we
That's
got
how.
her on the outside, kissing the ring of Electra, and you got these two cousins beating each other to death over her.
Right.
Yeah. Well, when Dylan gets some self esteem and makes a play for either one of these guys, then we might see like a quadrangle of some sort.
Well,
But
she's
Well,
definitely interested in Will. I mean,
yeah, she
and
already tried it with
she
him.
already tried it with him. And the thing is, I think Electra was trying to throw that up in her face about moving in too.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I think, and that's the other thing with Electra not moving in and how it would actually benefit Dylan because there's got to be some sort of like, not friction, but there's got to be some sort of balance because Electra's going to get hit on from RJ, and we see in a dialogue where Dylan keeps being asked, does she have feelings for Will? Obviously, she still
Of
does.
course.
So it kind of
Mm-hmm.
makes like an even playing field for her to, make her moves on Will with Electra not living over there. And with him probably going, well, we know he's going to go over to Spencer. How else is she going to see him? Except
Right.
maybe at Bikini every now and again.
Right.
So I don't know. But the funny dialogue for me was the fact that, and we talked about it earlier, T. This man said that he looked to Ridge as a father figure,
Figure. And a
and
mentor.
and that he put in all this hard work after a year of what he said he was making headway over at Forster. Doing what?
Yeah, I didn't get
They'll
that
never
part.
tell us.
We don't even know what he does.
We will
We
never
don't
know.
know.
You don't even know that. I mean, you're making headway doing what? Paper clips, faxes,
Some paper clips and
herbal
faxes.
teas,
Oh my
like
god.
that's it. He didn't even finish college. Like he didn't even know what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
So make your way doing what? You didn't want to be in the fashion industry.
Yeah, his mama begged him to stay there and get that job. And I mean, I always remember that scene where they handed him some papers and he just tossed it.
Right. And you mean to tell me that same boy was making all this headway over at Forrester? He put on all this hard work after a year
Mm-hmm.
of doing what? It's like I made my way through the internship. Okay, great. You know how to get coffee so well. You are getting lattes. You're getting smoothies. You are making. You're sending out emails with a company email now. So he's what is he talking about? He's
Yeah,
only going to get as far as he was going to ever get
exactly.
working at Forrester.
Exactly. None of that makes sense. And he was talking about I was really working my way up in his career to be what?
I blame that on the writing because they have intentionally not explained exactly what RJ or not RJ what Will's role is. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
even. We probably won't even know what Will does when he goes over to Spencer.
But Sharon had
I
it
don't
right.
even know what Liam's job is at Spencer. Honestly,
I think he works at Logan. Actually, I think
either
he
way,
works.
I don't know what he does.
He
I don't.
he never knew what he did. He never knew who he did. But Sharon Rizzo had it correct. Will remembers everyone's coffee order. That's the success he's made over the past year.
That's funny. Yeah.
And Liam, he went from the tech guy to his daddy's footstool. I mean, at this point, because what is he doing? He's just going back and forth, putting his cape on, dusting it off whenever Hope needs it, gassing
Mm-hmm.
her up,
Mm-hmm.
gassing Katie up. But we don't see him behind a desk making a phone call, making deals, nothing.
Nope. So,
I'm surprised he's at work.
yeah, tell me about it. I'm just glad that I don't understand why he's so angry. We never Okay, so we did get a little bit of dialogue when he first was come back as Josh Morrow, Lord. Kumar, because I mean he is his daddy's son. Um,
Okay.
I mean some of the mannerisms and stuff is like, sheesh.
Goatee and all.
I know, goatee and all. I'm like, good grief. Um, but some of the dialogue when he first came over was the fact that he was upset with Bill about how he treated his mom. Okay, well now that his mom has pretty much forgiven Bill, and now has remarried. They live in the same house. He bought her a business. Okay, I mean, and obviously he has the right to take the time to get over whatever he want to get over in that amount, whatever. But at some point, you would think that you want to go with your family. Wyatt is there now. Liam is over there. He should be there. I mean, that's the only thing I agree with RJ on, is that fact that Will needs to be over at Spencer.
And then Rich say no, or he kind of rebutted that to some degree, but that wasn't true. Rich said something to RJ. I can't remember what it was, but that's the only thing I agree with that RJ said. Go
Mm-hmm.
over to where your daddy is. Your name is on the building.
Yep.
Like, if you want any headway, you got a clear path to do that.
I mean, I didn't even like it when they wrote it in dialogue. When that whole thing happened with Eric, he was pretty much, and then he kind of backed off of it. But he originally started out about how you stole from the Foresters. And I'm like, really?
Yes. You stole from the fort. I'm like, boy, snapping at your mama for whatever reason, and just going based here in one side
Yep.
of things. All because he viewed Reg as a father figure. I'm like, okay. So you can go back to your real daddy now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The
Well,
same
we
daddy who
will.
bought you your beach house,
Well,
your cars, your life.
there are spoilers that Bill is going to try to get him in the fold. So I'm assuming in tomorrow's episode he's going to tell his parents he got fired over this thing with RJ and Electra. And then there's supposed to be a mother and son bonding moment later in the week. And it's probably, about everything that happened to her and what happened to him. And, maybe they'll see eye to eye and say, you belong here with us. This is your legacy, which is true. So,
I mean, yeah.
I'll be curious to see Hope's reaction to it because RJ is her brother. So I want to see if she'll disagree or she'll just be neutral.
yeah. Here's the other extended caveat that we haven't talked about. So, they're trying to keep this a secret, right? Deacon, well, Deke is obviously now part of this whole thing. Deacon is probably going to wonder why Deke is quitting Il Giardino. He's going to say, well, I need a leave of absence too, or you going to tell your daddy, I'm going over to Logan with Hope. Now, Deacon is in a relationship with Taylor. Steffi obviously, is her daughter, and will he keep a secret from Taylor? Or will Deke even tell him? I'm curious if they're going to even explore that route or that part of the storyline, because that could bring some tension in my opinion.
I
Uh,
honestly don't think they are. I mean, I think at most they'll have their opinions of it,
mhm.
but I don't think this is going to be anything that causes issues between Deacon and Taylor. I think that's all just going to come from the Sheila side of things.
Oh, okay. So you don't think it's gonna actually, you know, they're not gonna probably take that down that route then.
No, I doubt it.
Okay. What about you, Keish? I mean, Bree.
Um, I mean, to give Taylor and Deacon some form of dialogue on the show,
Mhm.
I can see how this can cause some friction. Because what else is Taylor and Deacon going to talk about?
Sheila.
She would have to be on screen for.
Well, I
So,
mean, like we were saying, she got a roommate. She's probably Lee is the roommate. So, and they're not divorced yet. So,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I I can. I only see a dialogue between Deacon and Taylor when it comes to their daughters,
mhm,
because he's going to defend Hope and say that Steffi's being mistreating Hope, and then Taylor's going to say what she's going to say. I think
mhm.
there's always going to be friction no matter what because of their Hope and Steffi's dynamic.
Mhm.
But as far as Deke, he could just say that Katie offered me a job over at Logan. He doesn't even really have to bring up Hope at
That's
all.
true. I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes sense.
And say that, they want to give me this new opportunity to start a new fashion line. And maybe that's what kind of, suppress, maybe that's not the right word, but like leave the whole assumption for the Foresters thinking that Deke is going to be carrying, um, is going to be the designer over at Logan.
Mhm.
So when they find out that Hope is the creative director behind those designs, and that's going to create a whole, other dynamic.
Right.
But they can run with it and say, like, hey, we hire Deke. Keep asking about a designer. We hire Deke for the opportunity. Giving him a chance.
Yep.
If this was smart writing, of
Right.
course.
That's the that's the other part. Smart writing. All right. Did we cover everything for Bold?
We covered. Didn't feel like it, but we covered a lot, though.
Yeah. Yep. 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 All right. Let's go to BTG. So, we had the whole. Hmm, man, I hate that. But Dougie wasn't real. Um, I was hoping he was back and was faking being unalived. Um,
Wah, wah.
the memorial of Derek and you know this whole thing with uh what's her name, Leslie and
Oh, that is
Ted.
true.
What'd you say?
Also, I was reading Aisha's comment, hoping even tell Zindy that she was leaving.
Yeah, I know,
Sorry.
right? Um, this whole thing with Ted and Leslie and Nicole, Shanice, because it looked like they last week. Let's just start there. That they was gonna try to figure things out, right? But they were
Mm-hmm.
gonna try to, after having a conversation with her auntie, she was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it. I think she about to get her heart broken
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
because I honestly think Nicole and Ted is gonna end up back together somewhere down the line,
1000%.
even
I
if
think
it's
they're
in
going
the
to
middle of
start off
that
by hooking up.
thunderstorm. What you say?
So I think they're going to start off by hooking up with each other because in the previews this week, we see Nicole and Ted say, like, we had discussed something. And then we see Nicole talking with her mom about, intimacy. So I'm wondering, with all the stuff that Vanessa keeps planting in her head about, getting one off with her ex, I think that's going to happen. And I think that's what's going to break Shanice's heart, not Leslie.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't think it's going to happen that way. I don't think that they are going to have Ted cheat on Shanice, considering the most of his storyline has been about him cheating on Nicole. Um, and I can't see them putting him with another woman and then having him cheat on this new woman. It would be different if it was Leslie, but having him cheat on Shanice with Nicole
Mm-hmm.
is something I don't think that they're gonna let happen. I think if anything, him and Nicole are gonna realize those feelings are still there. He's gonna realize Nicole still has feelings for him. They'll probably talk about it, but I think he'll break up with Shanice before anything happens with Nicole. I don't think they're gonna have him cheat on her.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
don't think Nicole. I don't feel like Nicole would cheat with him, even if he tried to, because I don't think she would do that to Shanice.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. What did y'all think about the whole memorial? They made a whole big thing over at, what is the name of that bar?
Uptown.
Uptown.
Uptown. Um where they had the whole thing with, for Derek, and it looked like he got some guilt. Jacob.
Jacob.
Survivor's remorse.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's struggling.
Yeah, he's struggling. We saw him at the press conference. He was struggling, and he was struggling at the memorial service as well. Now, before we get to that part, there was some conversation about Derek's dad and the
Mm-hmm.
conversation he had with Ashley. Um, Derek's okay. Help me understand this. Does he not know exactly why he ended up unalived?
You know what bothered me was when he was talking to Ashley. He made a comment about how Jacob never should have involved Derek in this, and
Right.
all Ashley did was shake her head yes, like she was
Right.
agreeing with him, and
Mm-hmm.
she didn't correct him, and she knew that Derek wasn't involved because Grayson explained everything to her about how Derek ended up at the warehouse.
Right. That's the part I didn't understand. Did his dad not know that he still was a fireman, or I mean that he wasn't a fire? Why did he think that Jacob had him involved? Like he was working with him undercover or something?
I have no idea how
That
he
part
jumped to
didn't
that
make sense.
conclusion.
Right. And then like you say, Ashley didn't dispute that. He was like, "Oh no, no, he wasn't a part of it. He actually got himself in a situation where, he wasn't supposed to be there. Wrong place, wrong time."
I think for Derek's dad, he just wants to maybe put his hurt somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And some people, especially when you lose someone, you don't really think everything, your judgment is clouded.
Mm-hmm.
And all you can think about is the last place your loved one was when it happened. And you try to think of all the ways that could have been prevented.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's just placing the blame on Jacob, which, to be honest, he is to blame with the way he's kind of handled.
Who, Jacob?
Yes. The way
He's the blame for Derek's death?
No. I'm saying the way that he's handled this whole ordeal with almost getting caught, the people who's been injured in the process. And unfortunately, it was wrong place, wrong time when it comes to Derek. But I feel that's where a lot of Jacob's guilt is also coming from, was the way that he's handled everything. And I'm surprised that the dad didn't really ask for more information with Ashley. because she knew all the people that were pretty much involved with everything. But I think in that particular scenario, his dad is only looking at where his son was at, who he was protecting, and that's just who he's putting the blame on. But I think it's just a matter of his heart's broken, he's sad, he just wants to put the pain and the hurt someplace. He's not thinking rationally about it. If he could change, if they could change the dialogue with the dad later down the line, but I saw a lot of people really upset with the dad online. And it's just kind of hard, I guess, to be in that place if you were to lose like your child like that. It's like, is there a right frame of mind to think while you're going through that loss? Or do you just go through the motions? So
I don't know. Like you say, there's confusion there when you, especially with all the emotion and stuff like that, you know. But I don't know if I would say that he was kind of blamed because there were other people and moving parts. I mean, the reason, Grayson got stabbed because, what's that girl name? What's her
Leah.
name? Leah was, she had a big part on how some of these folks got hurt, and I don't know, Bree. I don't know if I can go there with you.
Do you feel that Jacob has handled this whole operation perfectly?
Well, nothing's perfect. I mean, it's hard to try
But
to do something, especially when you undercover. It's almost like there's no rule book on how to run something undercover because you got to move how the actual operation is moving to try to expose it.
Yeah, I can't see where Jacob is at fault for what happened to Derek. Like, not even a little bit.
I mean, Derek was mad at Grayson. Grayson told him to stay out of it. And, Derek decided to follow him. I mean, that
Yeah.
Jacob was nowhere near that part.
And it's not like Jacob wasn't consulting with his dad throughout this. Like, they knew about Grayson and the position that Grayson was in. So it wasn't like Jacob was keeping information from his dad with this investigation. So, I mean, he was doing the best that he could. His dad, who is an expert, law enforcement expert, pretty much knew all of the steps and the moves that Jacob was making. So, I mean, he wasn't out there being careless and just going rogue and doing whatever he wanted. What happened with Derek was Derek being nosy, trying to figure out what it was that Grayson was up to, and he got caught in the middle. And I know Jacob blames himself as far as the way he handled it in that moment when he saw Derek in the warehouse. Instead of, I don't know, he felt like he could have done more to actually get him out of the warehouse instead of telling him to hide. But at the same time, he's in the middle of, he's still trying to be undercover. And he knows that his best friend is in that warehouse, and now he's got to worry about protecting him. So if anything, Derek went in there and put Jacob in some danger, or could have put Jacob in danger. I mean, what happened to Jacob wasn't necessarily Derek's fault either, because that guy didn't see Derek and then try to shoot Jacob. Derek just decided to jump out and save him. But it was just a series of unfortunate events where, unfortunately, Derek just made a terrible decision in following Grayson to try to figure out what he was up to.
I feel that's one incident in the midst of this whole undercover operation. Because to me, I felt like Jacob was sloppy throughout this entire ordeal. From the fact that he had on a hoodie and a hat and some glasses, showing up to the same hospital that everyone has seen him at, where there's cameras that can easily see who he is. The fact that he also was using Smitty, who could have also been hurt and endangered in the midst of this process, and know the Duprees would be hurt by that. And then you Smitty's source, who ended up getting stabbed and had to go to the hospital. And the fact that they kept meeting at that same corner where everybody was just pulling up over there. Isaiah was even over there. I felt like the way that he's handled this whole operation was sloppy. And the big thing is, we still don't even know who the impaler is. So it's like, at the end, okay, you got Leah, and then you got the guy that she was working with, or working for that matter, but still no impaler.
But none of that contributed to Derek's death. Those were all things that were independent of the situation that Derek ended up in. And with Smitty, he told Smitty multiple times that he wanted him off of the investigation because he was worried about his safety. Smitty is the one that didn't want to listen. He refused to stop investigating and refused to stop getting involved. Like, he was pretty much forceful with it.
Yeah, I mean, he the one that went up in there without telling Jacob or anybody else to go in Nicole's computer, which sent off all type of red flags, which had Leah looking, they had the cops looking. Jacob didn't tell him to do that. Smitty did all that on his own. He definitely made that part sloppy.
I agree with that, but he's the cop. Get a better handle of these other moving parts, at least to where it doesn't blow up your own cover. Because there was several moments where his cover could have been blown. And this man also got himself injured in the process. For me, and I know everyone's going to think differently, but I felt like Jacob was a bit sloppy. And I don't even like the fact that it seems like Grayson is also getting a pass in all of this, because I think that Grayson also was a contributor to what happened with Derek, because Derek was already suspicious of Grayson. It was like he was forced to work with this man over at the free clinic. And the fact that Grace even told this man, like, oh, Ashley's going to be in danger or something, whatever that dialogue was, what is this man going to do? And it's like, go away quietly or try to do what you can. But either which way, I feel that Jacob was a bit sloppy with this investigation, and we still don't even have the impaler. So what's the whole purpose of the investigation? Like, you got the plasma ring, but the person who was still in charge can still run other operations and target you now that they know that you are the undercover cop trying to unravel all of that. And then we also have Joey, who is keeping his eyes and ears and get himself mixed up in a situation too. And it's like, I don't know. I just wish this was handled differently. But unfortunately, we lost Derek in the process, which is sad.
We see how quick Leah folded, so I feel like, if anything, if she knows who the impaler is, they'll get it from her. Or maybe the other guy cuts a deal. What's the other guy's name?
Ren.
Mm-hmm.
They got to start out somewhere to figure out who it is.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think there are people who, I mean, the whole thing with him standing in the corner and all that, I just think that's a writer's issue or a set issue. You know, I mean, they put him in that corner because that's what they had. That's what they had. And then, you know, all of the other parts with what Smitty did, what he wanted to do. Derek unfortunately chose to do what he wanted to do. these folks had decisions, because I mean, Smitty even kept this from Martin for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So he chose to keep the secret. He chose to break into, with Ashley's help, and get information in that office and have conversations and stuff like that. So, I mean, some of these folks have to account for their own actions. And unfortunately, Derek made a choice that ended up costing him his life. So,
Yeah, he died a hero.
yeah, most
I
definitely.
mean,
So,
give him that. And Jenna, that is a very valid point. She said Ashley is the one she's still trying to figure out as to why she's acting like she was married to Derek.
yeah, that whole thing.
I was annoyed by her and Naomi, honestly, because they were both crappy to Derek.
Yes, they were.
After that breakup.
Yep.
And you heard Naomi say, your friend, I'm sorry, our friend, saved your life. Like, she had to clean it up really quickly. She never viewed him as a friend like that.
Mm-mm. Especially after the whole thing where he kept his learning how to walk again a secret, and they made a whole big deal out of that. Oh my God, it's so horrible. And I'm like, I thought it would have been kind of cute. You come down the aisle and you can walk. Wow.
Yeah.
But they treated him like crap
Yeah.
over the past year. And then this happens, and it's like, oh my God. Especially Ashley.
Still in hospital supplies for Grayson, and just giving him all kinds of chances with all the lying and sneaking he was doing. But with Derek, just because he was healed a little more than what he let on, and not saying that what he did was okay, but he was still, like you said, still struggling to walk. He wasn't like 100%. He just wasn't as bad. You would have thought that this man ran over some kittens or something. Like the way that Naomi and Ashley treated him, it was definitely, they went overboard with it. But Grayson, still in plasma, that was, she was fine with forgiving him.
Yep. So, anywho, we had Haley adding more and more of her liquid poison, and his hands is starting to shake again. Now, I'm wondering, is that from the poison or is that from
A separate reason.
Right. Remember, because when he had that stroke the first time, he was shaking like that, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And that was before she was poisoning him?
I think so. So, I don't know. I'm just thinking that this whole thing with this poison is just drawn out way too long. And I don't want her. I don't want her to get rid of Bill, but it's like catch up with her or something.
They started doing this poisoning thing since she switched up back in September. It's June now. This is slow acting. Like, I'm like, girl, come up with a different plan at this point.
Right.
It ain't working.
For this to be one of the top criminal attorneys with all this power and supposed to have all this intelligence, you know something is wrong with you, and yet you still refuse to go see a doctor.
Right.
Everyone is like trying to shine some light on your wife, and you still choosing not to listen, and you're not putting two and two together as a criminal attorney. That you didn't start feeling weird and you're having all these symptoms after your wife was making the tea and everything. I'm like,
yep.
See, maybe this people, look, at this point, go ahead and just put her with Kyle. Because, I mean, let's go ahead and divorce Bill and just go ahead and put her with Kyle at this point. Give us something new. Because, like, how long are we going to wait? Are we going to wait up until September when he croaks?
Right.
Because we're almost a year into this, and nothing's happened.
I agree, girl. I'm just like, what are we? How long is she gonna keep putting stuff in his coffee and his alcohol, in this and tea, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then nothing happens, and then all of a sudden, he get a handshake. I'm like, okay.
And I'm like, you might as well be friends with Leslie. She looks like she wants to invest in your financial gains, I
Right.
guess.
Mm-hmm.
Leslie been trying to get Haley on her team
For the longest.
since last year, and Haley is not budging. Like, it's bad when even Haley don't want anything to do with you.
Right.
Yeah. And then she just put the phones together to try to get their contact info. I'm like, just trying to really force the issue. Like, you in that desperation for a friend? What happened to Jan?
Right. I guess that didn't work out. Wasn't nothing beneficial from that.
I guess not. So I guess her only friend right now, I guess, is Ted.
Well, I think her and Jan are still friends because they saw each other for a quick second. When Jan was leaving Orphe Jeans and Leslie was coming in, and they spoke to each other. She was just like basically told her that she would talk to her later because she had somewhere to go. So those two are still cool. It was after that conversation she was having with Mona at Orphe Jeans.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know, but she was like, game knows game. And I know she called her out, even though, obviously, um, Haley just played her to the left, but Leslie can see right through that.
Yeah, I think Haley's biggest thing is whatever her scheme is, she ain't about to share with Leslie.
Right.
Now, it would be a great storyline for Haley to pin whatever she's about to do on Bill on Leslie.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a good idea.
That would be smart for her to befriend. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to... Because she can't stand Bill either.
Talking about, like, I'm not afraid of you. She even kind of hinted at this to Bill after Leslie was trying to be friends with her the first go around. It's like, oh, this woman is dangerous. Like, I want you to be, safe. You should stay away from her. I don't trust her. So she was already Haley was plotting seeds in the beginning with that. Mm-hmm. I think that she can run with it and pin whatever she's trying to do on Bill on Leslie.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
See, producing.
Yep, there you go. There you go. Did we get the diabetes 2 awareness this week too? Or was that the previous week?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Mona. Mona, she was having lunch with what's her name? Jan. And Jan was like, "Hey, you ain't getting your normal sweets," and so she really broke down the differences between type 1 and type 2, and talked about what that means and A1C and trying to cut down on the blood sugar and things like that. So it was pretty good that they really took the time to. We've already had breast cancer as a storyline and as an awareness to that. Now we got this, so I thought that was pretty cool, and which is definitely prevalent in our community. So
yeah,
and I love the fact that they highlight facts, they try to educate. They made it a full-on awareness storyline, whereas like with Y&R, like we don't get like the demographics. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like how it affects people and, like the different treatments. The way that they handled Anita's storyline, like it's in a league of its own. Mm-hmm. And we've had there's been plenty of cancer storylines over on Y&R and even Bold. The way that they handled Anita's, should be the blueprint for awareness
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
storylines.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree. So that was pretty cool. I'm trying to see all because it's always so many moving parts. Oh, we
I
had.
thought,
Oh, go
oh, go
ahead.
ahead.
No, we had the whole situation with Vanessa and Joey and what's that boy name?
Jacob,
No,
Isaiah,
no,
Donnell.
Darnell, and he was.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so confused by uh, Donnell because for weeks he's been, I don't want to say cozying up to Joey, but he's been giving Joey a chance because he knows that's what his mom wants.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as something happens, he and Vanessa was doing it too. They're both questioning Joey.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like either you're going to trust this man and accept that he's with your mom, or you're not. And if you're not, then stop faking it like everything is all good. Like, are you guys going to question Joey every time something happens in the city because he can possibly be part of it? And Vanessa especially, like, you voluntarily put yourself in this position, this situation with him.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't now start acting like, you know, well, did you have anything to do with it? Because if you did, like, I'm not going to accept you hurting people that I care about. And it's like, this is what he does. Like, this is part of his life. You knew that when you and him started dating, and you were all fine with it at that time. But now, because you think it might have something to do with somebody that you care about, you want to try to lecture him on it.
You know what, Keish, that girl has been trying to change this man. And I don't mean change him from doing his career because she obviously liked the dark side, but she want to clean him up and kind of clean him up around the edges to make him appealing. And then when the dark stuff comes out, now it's like, well, wait a minute. Well, that's who, like you just said, that's who he is. I don't care how you try to idealize this man. At the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
Joey is Joey. Joey, the undercover casino, got his hands in all of the dirty businesses guy. So,
Exactly.
And
so,
she's acting as if this woman runs a whole brothel. She knows who she's dealing with.
mm-hmm.
So she just needs to just take it on the chin. Her kids are going to forever have questions. The people around her are going to have questions. But she is addicted to the D. So, look, this is what comes with that being with that type of man. So just get over it. You wanted him so desperately. This is what you get.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So why question him after the fact, after a year of being with this man?
I do have a question. So, going to that whole conversation with Deanna and, you know, just say Doug, do you think that they wanted to make it look like he truly appeared to tell her what happened, or is this just coming from her thoughts in her head?
I just assumed it was coming from because she believes that he had something to do with her father's death.
Okay. What do you think,
Um,
Bree?
I think there's another situation where she is a child missing her father.
Mm.
Same way a parent would miss their child. And we don't know how she's been coping off screen, but every time we see this girl on screen, she has a drink. And I'm wondering if later down the line that's going to kind of come into play. But I think she's always just had that intuition about Joey. She's never liked the fact that her mother, I think it's more so her mother moving on from her dad ever so quickly.
I'm more.
I
Mm-hmm.
I think she doesn't like Joey, but I think more so she doesn't like the fact her mother moved on so quickly, because the way the venom that she was spitting out to her mother about like how you just quickly gave it up and you just going around town kissing this man. She's mad at her mom is not grieving the way that she is.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's more so where that stems from.
It just seemed like she seemed, because if she was having these little, I don't know, premonitions or whatever, she would lean into it a lot more easier. She seemed like she was shocked by that. So I'm assuming that this is her first visual encounter of whether it's in her head or they wanted to make it look like this is his from the beyond telling her a message. You know.
Yeah.
I
So
wouldn't mind him coming back. But my thing is, if he just stopped by just to say something, I'm like, it's a country club. Somebody would have seen him, especially if he's donated, if he's a recognizable face there. Somebody would have recognized him. And I mean, I don't know. They can bring him back. It is a soap, but I think she just misses her dad because it's only been a year since he's passed, and I think she just wants to get rid of Joey, but she also has to deal with the fact that her mom's going to move on eventually. Well, she has, but I think it's more so accepting that fact.
Gotcha. All right, what else we got, y'all?
Oh, the press conference, girl. At the hospital with the police chief and Ted and then Leslie barges in. Girl. I'm like, why in the world would the police chief allow Leslie to just jump on the mic like that? Why?
Yeah,
that was so stupid.
That was dumb.
And then, of course, she tried to throw herself in Ted's arms, which also, I think this was at the beginning of the week. Ted and Shanice, when they were at the club, and then Leslie pops up, and Ted tries to check her, and it's like, I can't even take Ted serious when he's trying to check her, because 2 seconds later, she's gonna, just like what she did with that press conference, she's gonna pull out some type of sympathy card or pull out some tears because she knows that Ted will always try to comfort her and make sure that she's okay. So it's like all that hooting and hollering he did at her at the country club was just a bunch of grandstanding, trying to show off for Shanice because he knew how insecure Shanice was feeling. Now, he didn't completely fall for her BS or what she did at the press conference, but that alone should tell him that you have done it enough for Leslie to believe that that is all she needs to do to get your attention, because he falls for it just about every time.
I think he likes it.
Yeah, he tries to pretend like he doesn't.
But some people got an addiction to attention, and I think he likes the fact that this woman keeps chasing after him. But the way that the dramatics, oh my God, Derek was such a beloved employee. He will be missed. This was so hard, but
she didn't even like him.
Sorry. Like the fact that she was like, my clinic had nothing to do with this. Derek was a hero, and then jumps into Ted's arms, looking like a fool. And I'm like, Shanice, this is what you're dealing with, and she's not going away. I don't want this for Shanice. I really don't.
I know. Me either. I really wish that she would have stuck to her guns and just told Ted to move on and leave her alone. Because he's still, the fact that people have to tell him over and over again or ask him, like, why do you insist on defending that woman?
Like Cat did.
Yeah. And he just doesn't, it's like he doesn't get it. He doesn't understand why people don't understand that. And it's like, this woman destroyed your life. Or I, Ted had a part in destroying his own life because of his own actions. However, Leslie went 5 million steps further with the way that she came back into his life and continues to antagonize. And it's like Ted just doesn't see it. He refuses to see it. And for whatever reason, he will always defend her.
Yeah.
Or try to comfort her. And it just doesn't make sense. And it's like, no matter how many times somebody asks him, like, why? Like, why did you think that this is okay?
Like the fact that he said that, Anita and Shanice were getting on Leslie, and Anita was tearing Leslie down. Why was Leslie in that discussion in the first place?
He straight up lied. He pretty much lied to Kat.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it was a lie just to justify his actions, or if it's just because he's an idiot when it comes to Leslie. But it was like, you literally, you saw her budge his way into that conversation that they were having and be rude to them. And Anita was just giving it back to her. And for whatever reason, it's Leslie who you decide to comfort and make sure that she's okay. She deserved everything that Leslie said to her.
I mean, everything from the fact that Leslie was building a house directly in front of their the trucks and construction going while this woman was going through chemo. The fact that this woman keeps inserting herself in all the debris business. And the fact that she keeps poking at Nicole for no reason. Leslie got exactly what she deserved, but you want to put your cape on and save her and say, like, oh, they were tearing her apart. They were really getting on her. They were hurting her feelings. What feelings?
Right.
You have to have a heart for that.
Right.
She deserves every bit of vitriol that they give her. Every bit of it.
Yeah.
I've never seen him stand up for Kat like that.
No.
Nope.
Maybe season 3. Who knows?
Speaking of vitriol, what did y'all, which is obviously a lot more emotion there, Danny laid some hard truths on Bill too.
Yeah, and Bill's still making excuses for his behavior. Talking about, what's that girl's name? Not Madison. What's his office manager's name?
Oh, I forgot that girl name.
Said she was just trying to protect her feelings in their marriage. And it's like, even now you can't admit that the things that you used to do and the way you used to disrespect your marriage was dead wrong.
Caroline.
Yeah.
I had to think about it for a second. It's like Caroline. Okay.
Yeah.
I think she found any reason to be in this man's face because, once again, here's a conversation that does not serve her anymore. And she's still choosing to be in this man's face and arguing back and forth because what difference does it make?
Yeah, it doesn't make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, you shared your opinion, you shared your viewpoint. That's his law firm, that's just what he has to deal with. Okay. So why can't you seem to move on and move forward? You find in any and every avenue to be in this man's face or to have a discussion with him, have a private moment with him, every single chance you get. And sometimes it's the most meaningless conversation. But because she's in this man's presence. This is why I said Andre need to go ahead and just move on. Because she is proving that she wants to be in direct contact with her ex. There's nothing wrong with the kids for them to even have all of this like communication. They can pass by since they go to a lot of the same functions, to the same like accommodations within beyond the gates. but she's choosing to have this back and forth, and I think that's always just been their dynamic. But why do you still want to keep that going, Danny?
Right. Yeah, because there's still some attraction there.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that is.
And we're
And
gonna see that in the elevator this week.
hmm yep, you are absolutely correct about that. So
even if even if it's a fantasy, it's still like if Danny is fantasizing about this man in the elevator, it her marriage to Andre has always just been doomed to fail. I just hope that it just dissolves quicker instead of just dragging out because it's not fair to Andre.
right. Yep. So all right. Did we cover everything?
I just have an honorable mention for the
Okay.
conversation between Tyrell and Martin. I thought that was, um, those are some really good scenes
Oh
when he
yeah.
was
Wait a
talking to him
minute.
about, yeah,
Not Samantha, the other girl, his girlfriend,
Jessica.
Jessica broke up. Well, was saying, hey, we can continue to sleep with each other up until graduation, but after that, it's up. I'm going to UCLA and I'm gonna play in the streets.
And you know what? I respect it because she's gonna be on the other side of the country. They're 18.
Mm-hmm.
I,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
would be it would be difficult for 18-year-olds to try to stay in a committed relationship long distance through college. It's not realistic.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah.
So she was like, yeah, it's gonna be good while it lasts, and then I'm out.
So at least he gets some practice in before he goes on campus, some wherever he's going, Vanica, something.
Yeah.
I mean, I just look. This girl was always trouble, but he his first little puppy love, but he'll be all right. He's okay.
I don't
Mhm.
think that makes her trouble.
This girl, this girl.
The way she was got away from her parents and snuck off and
I mean, she's a 18-year-old girl.
If this girl's been messy and disrespectful,
Now,
she
disrespectful, I agree with, because there were several scenes of with the whole cotillion thing, with the way that she was very condescending about that. I agree with that for sure, especially the scene with Anita.
mm-hmm.
That rubbed me the wrong way with her.
Yeah.
But the way she's handling things with Tyrell, I don't think she's doing anything wrong.
I think the way that she was upfront and honest, I think I respect that. But this girl is rebellious, and this is why she want to go through the cotillion. She doesn't seem to care to follow her parents' orders in any way. She constantly gets herself in messy situations because I think that she was part of, I guess, like the bullying in the first season with Tyrell and I guess that guy that Samantha was trying to date or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
She was mixed up in that situation too. Like she's just not good for him, but at least he knows that. So he'll get him some during the summer, and then he's got to start all over at Vanaker, and she's going to be really in them streets in LA.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to be paved in those streets.
Yep.
And she can't wait.
Mm-mm.
But she's young. She's young. She gonna do what she's gonna do.
All right. Everything. Anything else?
Nothing I can think of.
Yeah, me either. All right. Let's get into our last segment. I flipped the scripts. Who's taking several seats? Star of the week, pickle of the week, Simple Olympics, and the Audacity Award.
Oh goodness.
Okay, so what you flipping on Weinar?
I really don't have much I can flip, to be honest. I would have liked for them to really deep dive as to what happened to Diane, because
Mm-hmm.
it seems like they went to the coffee shop, and then the next scene we see like Jack and Billy talking later on in the week, and like, why are you ignoring your son when he says like, oh, I'm suspicious of this, and then he said like, and then says later down the line that, oh, I got a private investigator. You should be
Mm-hmm.
going to the hotel. You should be looking, especially since there's a psychopath who took advantage of you. Could have been done something to your wife.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Keish, do you have anything?
I don't. I've been over here while Bree was talking, trying to think of a flip, and I'm like, I can barely remember what happened last week.
Yeah. I was trying to think. I mean, that whole thing, Roger did a good job with that. And then throwing Phyllis in there and Nicholas. I can't really. I don't know. Yeah, I can't really think of anything that I would want to flip right off the top of my head on Y&R. So yeah, except maybe to, well, we're about to come to the end of this thing this week. So with this whole, Phyllis owning Newman and stuff. So that's about to wrap up. All right, what y'all flipping on bold?
Um, my flip would have been Will just quitting instead of getting fired.
Mm, mm-hmm.
I don't like that RJ got that satisfaction. Well, he shouldn't have even been in the room in the first place when they had that conversation
Mm-hmm.
with
I
Will.
I would have flipped Hope not taking a leave in absence and just quitting. It would have
I
been a
think so.
lot more energy behind that
Yes.
storyline, because there it would have been such a uproar. But all this moving and sneaking and don't tell nobody. Look, just go. If you want to do this, go do it. Let the world know. What you keeping a secret for? Brooke gonna be mad now or later. Just pick a time. It's not gonna
Mine,
even matter.
mm-hmm. Mine would have been for Wyatt and Shauna to actually say they were a couple
Mm.
versus trying to pretend like they're friends. That would
See.
that would have shook a lot of things up.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. All right. Did you do your flip, Keish?
Yeah, mine was Will quitting
Will
instead of
quitting.
getting
Yeah.
fired.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. You're right. You're right. All right, and then flip on BTG.
Hmm.
I want Haley to accept that friendship for Leslie and use it as a way to leverage and actually use her, since she said that she has the funds to try to help her with the stuff going on with Bill. It
Mm-hmm.
actually would help out both of their characters and their storylines.
Um, I actually wish that somebody would have called Ashley out, and it's like, I understand you upset and all, but why are you acting like this when you treated this man so crappy?
Mm.
I mean, obviously that's something that's not a good thing to do when somebody's grieving, but for
Yeah.
soapy drama, yeah.
And it would have a little extra touch would have been if it was Shanice that
Right.
did it, because Shanice didn't switch up on Derek. Well, I mean, she also knew the secret, but
Mm-hmm. Like, don't be trying to act all wifely now. You were his
yeah.
ex.
uh, Gilbert Arbalo, I don't think I've seen that name before. But welcome. We usually talk about YR in the very beginning of the show.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if you want to
so the
go back,
show has been going on for 2 hours and 48 minutes. So we talk about Y&R first. So if you wanted to, yeah, listen, like Bree was saying, if you want to catch up on the Y&R stuff, you can listen to the replay. Just take the little there's a line at the bottom of the screen that shows you the progression of the show. Take that little tip of that line and go backwards, and it'll take you
Yeah.
to where, and then get, stop at the part where you hear us beginning to talk about Y&R.
Yeah, and Barry Vince and I agree with you. They said that we would make great producers and
Oh well,
writers. I
thank
mean,
y'all.
I mean,
Tell
they
them,
still are
Bree.
ideas.
Bree
They
came up with so many different things. I mean, we all have over the time. It's like, can y'all do this way? Make more sense
yeah,
that way.
they cherry pick off of our ideas and they put them in the show. Even some things that we said in commentary.
Mm-hmm.
We just want our producer credit. That's all. I'll speak for myself. I want my producer credit. You know, but
Mm-hmm.
thank you, Mary.
All right. We done with the flips on BTG.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who taking seats on Y&R?
I'm gonna need Nick to take a seat. Go to rehab.
Right.
Dear God, go to rehab. Let
Yeah.
your daddy do what he does best and let him be the one to handle that part like he handles everything else.
Right.
Go sit in rehab.
I'm gonna get
This is
Patty.
the second time he overdosed.
Yep. 2 strikes. They say third when you out. You better quit while you ahead.
Yeah.
Patty. Patty. Just
Yeah.
leave Jack alone. Leave Diane alone. You got your money from Victor. Just go somewhere and sit down and enjoy it, count it, or whatever you're gonna do with it. Yep. And I'm assuming, Keish, you don't have one?
I'll just go with whatever you guys say.
Oh, okay, no problem. All right, who taking seats on Bold?
Hope and Deke, which I'm sad to even give Deke a seat. Like, but they need to get over this thing with Steffi. Like, Deke, you took it on the chin. I was very proud of him for accepting the fact that, hey, I was an experienced, Thomas is an experienced designer. I see why they went with them. I'm like, okay, this boy thinks logical. Now that went out the window while he's talking with his sister. They both get seats.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you got, Keish?
I'm going to give RJ a seat.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm going to give everybody that was in the CEO office Friday, which led into today. They're all getting seats. Bridge, Brooke. Yeah, because she agreed with the firing, and I don't I get it. He hit Will, but there's also context to this whole thing. It's not like this was just a one-off.
Oh, random, huh?
Yeah, RJ, like Carter said, after everything happened today, RJ has been antagonizing Will this whole time, antagonizing him, and sticking his little nose in his relationship business. So it wasn't it was a warranted hit, in my opinion.
Okay.
So they're all getting seats for letting that happen. Not only firing him, but allowing RJ to stand in there and gloat while it happened, and allowing him to tell Will that he was fired. RJ has no authority around there.
Well,
I wanted somebody to knock that little smirk off of his face.
He definitely had one.
He did. Ugh, awful.
Yeah.
I mean, look who his parents are.
True. That big sister of his, that's what Hope does too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have Electra take a seat for telling that. Why did you have to tell that girl that you moved in? Oh, and the way that she did it. I got great news. Me and Will are living together. You can see Dylan's face like doo 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 doo.
Mm-hmm.
I
Like,
mean,
I know how
you
that
know
must make you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Then why did you say it?
Well, exactly.
That's what she get for begging to be her friend.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you want to be her friend that bad, then you're gonna have to deal with her Will news.
Right. Yep. And then she was like, "Oh my God, I'm happy for the two of y'all." Girl, stop. You know that you wouldn't more than happy to get with Real right now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Like those girls in the office.
mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Star of the week. I mean, yeah, star of the week. YNR.
Did we do seats on BTG?
Did we?
I
No,
don't
we
think
did
we
not.
did.
Seats on
We
BTG.
didn't.
Look at her. Keish was like, we didn't.
Oh.
I think Leslie and Ted's gonna get a seat this week.
Uh-huh. Yep. I agree with those two, Leslie and Ted, for sure.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give Ashley a seat trying to play wifey.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Like, girl, you
He's over
arranging
dramatic.
everything. I mean, I know you his friend and all, but yeah, you sitting up there acting like you were the grieving widow.
Right.
She sure was.
Mm-hmm. So she gets a seat for me. Okay, now we got star of the week, YNR.
Roger
Horwath.
Horwith. Okay, there you go. I was about to say Horwell. I was like, let me get it right this time. But Roger, once again, stellar performance, and he's gonna do another stellar performance this week too. So,
Yeah, I agree with that
incredible
one.
job.
Yeah. Yes, he has. He flipped the whole identity.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I'm assuming Keish, you have none.
Nope.
Okay. Bold star.
Crew Morrow.
Him and his beard.
Okay, looking like his daddy.
Yeah, I do like the goatee.
Doesn't it remind you when Nick was like having an affair with Phyllis? Like that Nick with that goatee.
I love Nick with a goatee. Although I hate the long hair. I like Crew better with his hair short, just like his daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. I agree. But Crew gets a star of the week. I love the fact that Will was like telling RJ off like you were a mama's boy, you were a nepo baby, you this, you're that. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
He said it with his full chest in front of his mama and his daddy too.
I know. I love that he said it in front of them.
Yeah, he told him stop acting like a baby and in so many words, man up or something like that.
They should have let him call him a B word.
Well, man, Keish, you go for the jugular.
I'm just saying, like they let the women call each other that.
That is
True. They let Ridge call Hope that.
A nasty one at that.
Yep. I would love it. I would love to see one of the men call another man a B word. I don't know why. It would be entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
And that would have been the perfect time for one to do it.
All right, and then star BTG.
My star for bold is bikini. I love that they have a new outlet.
Okay.
New set.
Yeah, that's nice. It is nice, and Dylan working there too with a little part-time job.
I'm like, girl, get your money. I'm proud of you, girl.
Mm-hmm. She gotta be exhausted.
I mean, that rent in LA is expensive.
It sure is.
Yeah.
I would laugh if Sheila and Dylan are room.
Sheila and who?
She wanted to rent
by
herself.
Dylan. I didn't even think about Dylan.
Mm-mm.
But if she's that standoffish with her own cousin over the incident with Electra, I can't imagine that she would move in with a woman who almost unalived her boss.
If she knows that history. I mean, at the same time, she'll also save Steffi's life too.
Mm-hmm.
That could have been on. That should have definitely been in the news. So I can't imagine that she wouldn't know.
She wouldn't
what
know.
happened there.
She wouldn't know what happened. I mean, she was in the middle of that whole thing when Luna shot Sheila shot, yeah, when she
Well,
was
that
kidnapped. But yeah, but the whole thing of what Sheila did to Steffi, yeah, that's a good question.
there's no way she doesn't know. But it didn't even cross my mind that Dylan could possibly be her roommate.
But how is she affording this rent in LA? Because I heard it's high like Miami high.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it's
it's very
expensive.
expensive out there.
It's
Hmm.
like in Miami for a studio apartment, it's about $4,000.
Oh my gosh,
That's what I was look.
that's
I had some friends from
insane.
Miami who moved to Orlando because the rent is like skyrocketed in Miami,
Oh
but
my
you pay for a
goodness.
lifestyle down there. So
Well,
I'm
I
like,
guess so. I guess
Hopefully,
so.
the cost of living is adjusted in some way to kind of offset it.
Mm.
I wouldn't dare live in Miami. I'll say that I think it's a place to like have fun. To live is a whole other thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But $4,000 for a studio apartment, I was like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I'll take my rent here any
insane.
day.
That is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then we have Star BTG.
I'm gonna give it to Vernon and Anita. I showing some loving and some romance in the afternoon. They look so adorable together.
I know, right?
Yeah,
They are
I
too
thought
cute.
they were. I'm gonna give it to those two.
What you got, Keish?
Um, I'm actually going as annoying as Ashley is. I'm going to give it to Jen Jacobs because I think that she's a good actress, regardless of how annoying the character is. I think she's a good actress, and I think that she is playing the grieving
Mm-hmm.
the grieving widow ex girlfriend role very well.
Gotcha. I would say I'm gonna give it to Dougie. He looked like a whole young man now.
He
He
did look
looked
different, didn't he?
good.
Yeah, he took about 10 years off of him.
Yeah.
Yes, he looked good. And then that little video he did on IG with Lauren Bagoli, that was so cute.
She was singing "Where's My Husband."
The girl,
Mm-hmm.
only you knew.
Mm.
But look, that man, I was like, who is this? I'm like, okay,
Yep.
we miss you, Dougie.
Yep. So it was
If he
nice to.
looked like this, maybe his wife wouldn't cheat on him.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I give it to him as a comeback. I wish he was real and could stick around, but look like we got a figment of her imagination. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right, Pickle Young.
Um, I'm gonna give it to Nikki and Victoria for the way that they came at Phyllis.
Okay.
Like, all she did was just try to check in on Nick, and then you're asking about the company still. Like,
Give it a rest.
yeah, like for at least for that moment, at least Nikki was like, "Well, I'm glad that you saved my son's life." Victoria was like, it wasn't phased by it, like nothing. Still,
Right.
like, so you were gonna give up Nat to get the company back? What was the agreement? What was this? What was that? I'm like, so just to hell with her saving Nick's life.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. Again, Patty, I'm gonna give her a pickle. It's just like, girl, please. Please.
At least she won't be worried about Jack.
Right. And I know you didn't have anything, Keish. Um, Pickle Bold.
RJ and his crack ribs.
RJ and his crack ribs.
I mean, You got all the muscles. And you mean to tell me you can't tough it out? You got all these people coming to you, Finn telling you have bruised ribs without an x-ray, and everyone like icing you up, like your dad, your mom, all these different people, like, oh, my poor baby, you just sit down somewhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a pickle to Deke because he was dragging it, and I'm like, dude, if you don't want to work there, just say so. You want to be at Forrester as a designer. You don't want to work for her. But I guess because you ain't got nothing else, you're like, yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to that whole situation with RJ and Will and the bruised ribs, but from a writing standpoint. If they wanted us to truly believe that RJ injured or Will injured RJ that bad to where he bruised his ribs, they should have let them actually full out fight each other.
Yes.
Because that little tap, that quick tap that Will gave RJ, I don't believe that RJ or Will is that strong. That one little tap bruised his ribs like that.
Right.
To the point where he was laid out on the couch moaning and groaning about how much it hurt. And he had Steffi and Finn take him home because he was in so much pain. Like, you guys could have done better than that.
Yeah. All those muscles for no reason. And I'm like, he in the office trying to fight Will a couple of weeks ago, like Carter mentioned. So you mean to tell me you would have just laid out flat if it took like a little tap on you from Will? Like, okay, whatever. So
yeah.
You sit down with your bruised lips with this pickle.
Like, I don't understand the laziness of it. Or even if they were looking for a reason to fire Will, like they just could have come up with something better than this. Gotcha. This was weak. It was just so weak.
Gotcha. All right, BTG. Pickle.
Haley's storyline. I'm like, the most that we've gotten is a shaky hand. And we lost Lynette. We lost another great character. And the most we got is a shaky hand. And it's June. And this went on since September. So I guess I give the writers a pickle for that particular storyline.
I'm going to give Ted a pickle. Because he just lets stuff happen.
He does. That is the perfect way to describe him. He just lets things happen. He's just stupid things at that.
Yeah, because when Leslie threw herself back on him, he should have backed up.
Exactly.
I don't want her to hurt herself, but you know what
Instead, he just stands there looking goofy.
Yep. All right, Simple Olympics.
Ooh, I think we didn't even talk about this. So for bronze, I had Noah, because of that scene in the office where Sienna wanted to stay in the office with Matt when Noah wanted to go to the hospital to go check on his dad. She would rather stay in the hospital or stay in the office to see what's going on with Matt. I'm like, if you have not learned anything from this. So I also had Will for silver with all this Keith Sweat begging, talking about move in with me.
Paid off for him.
It paid off. It did something. And then gold is going to go to RJ. To be honest, I want to give him platinum too after this week. I'll go ahead and give him platinum too. He gets gold and platinum.
I agree with your list, Bree. I mean, we didn't have no Michael this week, so.
I mean, we get him this week, so he'll take his title back from RJ. I can guarantee it.
I don't think Michael can ever really lose that title. Like this is a category that should just be named after Michael, and it's just this is just his for eternity, and everybody else is just they're the revolving door of Sims. But Michael will never. No one will ever replace him ever.
That's a valid point. I mean, there's top contenders for sure. I probably should have threw Holden on that list, but I'll give him a pass this week. But for sure, it's Noah for bronze, Will for silver, and gold and platinum for RJ and his bruised ribs and his bruised ego and his entitlement.
Yeah,
I think it's.
I just don't like when somebody tell you no, and I don't want to be bothered with you. Why do you want to continue to pursue that?
And be upset about it. Like he
Right.
is genuinely just upset and beside himself that Electra wants to be with him.
Yeah, and then staring from the bar and just looking. Meanwhile, there's beautiful girls all around him. He came in with two
Exactly.
and just so bothered and so pressed and just wanted to make his way over to Electra and just, I'm like, boy, just,
And
my
then she's sitting
goodness.
up there today telling me, oh my God, I don't want them fighting over me. You're
Right.
right.
Like, what were they fighting about? I don't want them to fight about me. Oh, Will, he got fired because of me. It's always because of you. That's why she's Hope Jr.
I don't know. She's what is her name? Linnea Grace, I think.
Yeah.
She's a good actress, but oh my God, that whining is just. She's always 2 seconds away from whining.
Always. But I can't even decide who's worse between her and Hope.
Oh, well, she's baby Hope. I mean, she has time to change, whereas Hope, this is who Hope is forever.
Yeah, that's true. Hope is pushing 40, still whining like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, Audacity.
So the Audacity Award is going to actually go to your girl Electra this week. I mean, throwing it in Dylan's face and just I don't like the fact that they're making this girl jump through hoops for Electra's friendship.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna give it to RJ because, I mean, you up in there, that whole firing. He just had that smug look on his face, and he was, Will was like, "You can't fire me. I just did. You ain't do nothing."
Look, this is who Brooke and Ridge raised as the golden child, as Eric called him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it sure was Eric that gave him that nickname, wasn't it?
Annoying.
Yes.
Yeah, so he get that audacity from me. I mean, I'm like, dude, you've been nitpicking at this, like, and Carter, why didn't you say that before they fired him? You said it after he left and was fired. Oh yeah, well both of them were acting up. Okay, why you ain't say that in the beginning?
Yeah.
Because that's Brooke and Ridge's son, and he got to follow his code.
Yeah,
his
I
bro
guess.
code.
So, all right, I got a quick question for you, ladies.
Mm-hmm.
So I am considering, because I know I've been moved all over the place between Friday, Saturday, and Monday. I was considering on having it now on Mondays. Is that an issue for you guys?
Works for me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Because look like that will going forward would be better. So I wanted to check in with you guys to see if that will work.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Cool beans. All
I
right, I'm
actually
gonna let you guys go. Have an amazing week. We will talk to you guys next Monday. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure you follow on all social medias. And stay tuned for any other standalone videos that Miss Serena will do. And until next time, we will see you guys later. Bye, Soapies.
Good night.
night, guys.